Gather round, for I only tell a fable once. This be the tale of pirates, so legendary that those who sail the 12 seas still revere their names.
A warlock of the Unseelie Court, Wikipe Weatherby.
A swashbuckler on the run, Kildak of Flan.
And a warrior on a quest to reclaim her scepter, Tana the Fierce.
Avast ye for the Gilded Voyage. Ahoy, me hearties, and welcome back to the Four Rings Inn.
Woo!
Here we go. Last, we left our pirates. They have traveled from the Sauna coast across the sea to Red Rat Bay. Using the cover of night, you were able to sneak on board to the island. Most of the crew, most of the crew snuck in from the ocean directly into La Hopital de la Reina, and including Kildak and Wikipe. And our lovely Tawny took the scenic route, was dropped off at the docks, and after a brief encounter with the dockmaster, strode her way through town to make it to La Hopital. And this is where we find our crew of pirates. As the two of you, Kildak and Wikipe, kind of dry off your boots and begin to make your way into the...
Correction, I never got wet.
I
gonna
never got
say.
wet either.
Nobody got
But
wet?
the bottom of your boots got wet, because Kildak can walk across water and
I can walk
Wikipe
on water.
teleported.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So Wikipe is very dry, and like you brushed off the bottom of your boots, and just as you enter La Hopital, you are met with Tawny, who has traversed the most of Red Rat Bay, and you see Marcus's crew kind of breaks off into cliques, goes their separate ways, and you are greeted with the smells of freshly cooked food. There is a large, almost like mariachi band playing in the center. People are up and dancing. There are, as you enter the courtyard, which is the inside of La Hopital, this area is very well lit. There are lanterns, candles, fires, and you can see there are people up on the second, third, fourth story of this towering building that are looking down on this party below. Some are waving, some have like little banners. Everyone's participating in this large fiesta. There are a handful of tables set about, as well as like a clearly designated dance floor, but people are just all over the place dancing. As you look around, you can see that the notable locations are the actual Hopital, which has rooms to stay the night and accommodations for living. You have the Mel's Cantina, or Mel's Refreshments, which is like a fairly small drink stand. However, like a small bar, but it is very busy. People are coming in and out. Behind the counter is this really elderly elven man and a couple of human assistants who are like rapidly serving drinks to people as they come about. And near the back, there is a separate, smaller building within La Hopital that's labeled the Shaved Cat. And it looks to be like almost like a VIP lounge within this area. However, the doors are wide open. People are kind of like breezing in and out. It doesn't look like there's a bouncer to this club, but it looks like a secluded area from the rest of La Hopital. So I'll turn it over to you guys. You see Marcus's crew begin to go about their way. The Admiral is with you. He kind of tips his hat to you guys and kind of follows some of Marcus's crew around as they begin to enjoy their evening.
Let's go dancing, and I'm going to take Wikipe's hand and try to guide her onto the floor and, side-eye Kildak. Because I'm still a little upset about him with the bird thing, and I'm, switching allegiances real quick, and I'm just straight to Wikipe. Let's go dancing.
Okay. I am very ecstatic that you were asking me to dance and suddenly nice to me.
Kildak, do you have the bird still? Are you in possession?
Someone
of the bird?
has to, apparently.
I don't know if you gave it to somebody else, but no, I believe you were the last one to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know unless you hand it off, then yeah, you have the bird.
It was definitely on the anxious card.
I believe it's in a crate.
It is, yeah.
The
It's in a
crate,
crate.
or is like
No,
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 it was in a crate.
It's in a crate, yeah. I'm carrying a crate.
with one hand?
Yeah. It's just like tucked against my hip, but like that's using all of my hands.
Just D&D logic, all of your stuff, it's just on his person.
Yeah, he has it in his inventory.
Yeah.
Let me just put this in my pocket. Right next to all 20 of my arrows, about 1,000 pounds worth of money, just everything. 50 feet of rope, it's all in there.
Okay, our ship's finances. Kildak, are you carrying all of that?
No. Gold's not light though. I mean, just a couple pieces of gold gets heavy.
You did grab some money from the ship's finances before.
Oh
we
yeah,
left.
it's not, but it's not
But
all. in
not-
my pocket.
Not all.
I would say
Um,
for logistical purposes, I'm okay with you guys spending the ship's finances in town. If it's something like really exorbitant, where like we're gonna give them all of our money, then we have to talk about like, all right, how are you gonna get all that gold from the
I owe
ship?
you.
Mhm.
So, but for most purchases, like I'm not gonna worry about like, do you have the gold on your person?
Do you have it?
Do you have
There's
it?
also someone in the
Just
anxious
curious if
card.
Kildak was carrying all of it. Or
Yeah.
Peace.
he might.
See y'all in another life.
You guys became too difficult. I am going somewhere else.
He might.
Kodak's too happy. Okay, so while they're dancing, I guess I'll go procure us a room for our stay here.
Cool, sweet.
That way I
I'll-
can put the bird down.
Cool. I'll start with Kildak. Kildak, you are gonna make your way. You said you want to go to like La Hopital, like the actual like proper, and try to get a room.
Yeah, I like they're dancing like in the courtyard. Yeah. So I'll just go to La Hopital and
Sweet.
up
Yeah,
to the
there's-
front desk.
Yeah, cool. There's a clear entrance, a front desk. Behind the counter is like this younger human. She's serving a couple customers. She gives one like their key to their room. They go off. You are currently second in line. In front of you is another dwarf. It's a female dwarf. She has like dark black hair, braided all the way back. Big bushy beard that's been also braided. And she comes up to the counter. She's asking about a room. And then as you're kind of like just going about, give me a perception check for me as you're kind of just waiting in line with this crate under your arm.
That's a 14.
A 14. You kind of look around, you look into the courtyard. You don't really see anything that really stands out. 14's a good perception roll, and so you're pretty confident that like nobody's following you, nobody's like really eyeing the crate on your arm, like anything that would like particularly stand out in that way. But something does catch your ear. As you're scanning the courtyard, you hear the dwarf talking to the counter, and she points over to the shaved cat and goes, "Hey, quick question: are there any birds' nests in the shaved cat?" And the person behind the counter like kind of looks at her funny and says, "No, ma'am. There's. I mean, it's kind of open to like the air, so like maybe some birds nest in the rafters, but like I don't know. No one like complained about it. Oh, that's no problem. It's no problem. Also, I got these coins from Baldur's Gate. Is that okay? Like, do you accept these? And she's like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like, well, coins are coins. Like, we'll take them. And she pockets it, and gives this girl the dwarf, her key to her room. As this exchange goes on, Kildek, as a rogue, you speak thieves' cant. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Cool. So as she's talking, you hear something very different. As she mentions bird's nest and the shaved cat, a bird's nest in thieves' cant is a meeting place. And so you hear her mention something about a meeting place in the shaved cat. And then asking someone, I've got coins from Baldur's Gate, is that okay? Is another phrase in thieves' cant that translates to, I have a legal business, I'm willing to cut you in. And she says this to the lady, takes her key, and then turns around, and you notice that she does not go up to her room, but instead walks towards the shaved cat.
Did she walk past me?
Yeah, she turns around and walks past you. She doesn't make eye contact. You see that she kind of like acknowledges that you're there, but she doesn't like look you in the eye. She doesn't like do anything like that. When you see her face, you don't recognize her.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. As she passes, I wanna try and like I wanna try and like get her attention, just like kind of like I'm staring her down, you know, just like I'm eyeing her, like when you're trying to get a waiter, but like you don't want to bother him, you're just like eyeing him down.
If you are making direct eye contact, she'll look your way.
Coins of Baldur's Gate are accepted by all, including myself.
Oh, that is pleasant to hear. I know sometimes people in this town don't always accept coins from Baldur's Gate, so you gotta ask, you know.
I too was looking for a bird's nest, and I'm gonna shake the crate. And I really need this bird to just say something right now.
Oh yeah, you shake it. Yeah, the bird goes, still in here. Please stop. And you see
He's chatty.
looks confused for a second, and she goes, looking for a bird's nest, or like, is that a real bird?
Why can't we be both?
Take care, sir. And she like kind of like looks at Pat. She definitely understands what you're saying, and you feel like how little she was surprised for you like communicating with her. She's talking to you. The birds, the first, like all of her interaction with the person at the front desk, like that person at the front desk was not expected to know what she was saying. She is communicating with you the whole time.
I was the target.
You were the target, yes.
The other dwarf.
I don't talk to dwarves very often.
No, me. She was talking to me.
So after that interaction, whatever that was,
I love the idea of just going up to the lady at the counter and goes, I have no idea what that was.
Weird one, huh?
That was strange. Anyways, I'm gonna push it aside.
That was weird, and I do not know what happened.
I would also like a room.
She goes, yes, of course. It is 1 gold for a room. The room is a room for the night.
I have like, nah, never mind. It's just me.
Okay.
Do you have any larger rooms? Like, I got other people with me. Like, they're just having a good time.
Oh, are you looking for like a twin but like separate, or are you looking for like the penthouse? Is it a honeymoon suite? Oh, is this your honeymoon?
No. unfortunately not.
Okay.
No, there's three of us. If you have something with like 3 separate beds and like a thick wall between them all, that would be great.
With like 3 rooms.
It
Like
kind of sounds
3
like you're
rooms.
cutting 30 rooms.
I mean, is it cheaper to get 3 rooms, or like, do you have something that would like accommodate 3 with relative comfort?
I could do. Let's see. 3 room. I could do a room with like 2 separate beds, and then a single room. And if you want, I can give you a discount. I'll give you all 3 rooms for 3 gold over 3 days.
3 rooms. Is it like 2 rooms, but
So,
2
yeah,
beds
2
in
rooms.
1 room?
So
Okay.
3 beds, 2 rooms, 3 days, 3 gold.
That's pretty solid. Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah. That sounds great. And just by happenstance, y'all don't happen to have like a house safe or something? I got this crate. It's kind of valuable. I didn't want to.
Oh, of course. If you want, we can mark it and we'll put it in our storage. There's nothing in there that's like perishable, correct?
Is your storage like airtight?
No, it's just past that
Then,
door.
nope, nothing
It's just a door that
perishable.
says like storage.
Everything in this box is already dead.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to say to that.
I mean, look at bread. Everything in bread is already dead.
I don't know if I'd call bread dead, sir.
Why not? It was once flour that was cut and killed.
Is this a dwarf thing? Do all dwarfs say crazy things? Is that? I'm sorry. Is that rude? I don't mean to be rude, but
It's. I mean, it's
I've
a little
only met
rude. I'll be
dwarves
honest.
in my life, and the 2 of them were today, and both of them said crazy things to me.
Wait, hold on.
Yes,
You work at a hotel
yes.
in a major city.
I mean, we're on an island. No,
How long have you worked here? I'm the 2nd dwarf you met?
3rd dwarf.
Oh, 3rd. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said 2.
No, the lady that just walked past was the 2nd.
Okay. And you met one prior to that?
Yes.
Were
I've
they
been working
also
here
weird?
for about a year.
Oh, wow.
I am 15, by the way.
I didn't ask. I wasn't like making passes. Like
No. I'm just. I
I'm
haven't
sorry if
been
I made you uncomfortable.
I know, like, there's an elf that lives here, and he's like, "Oh, have you been to this mountaintop and back?" And we were like, "Oh, it takes at least like, so many years to go all the way there and back. Like, I haven't even been alive that long, so I don't know how long dwarves have, been around. I know they can live longer than humans, so I don't know if this was just a miscommunication of just like quantity of time alive." Why? How many dwarves have you met? You don't count yourself.
We seem to have lost track of the. Can I just get the rooms?
Yes, of course. She gives you the 2 room keys, and she takes the crate, and she'll bring it into the other room.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Good luck with that mountain climbing. And I'm gonna leave.
As you're leaving, she goes and puts the crate in the other room, and you hear like the bird like talking to her when it's in the other room, and she goes, "Sir, sir," and then like,
Yep. What?
Yeah, she's in the storage room. She's like, "Oh my god, is there a bird in here?" And
Don't
then,
let it out.
Oh dear. Yeah, we'll cut away from that as you finish up calming her down about a dead bird in a crate that's still talking.
That talk.
That talks, yeah. Back on the dance floor, everybody is dancing. Everybody is having a good time. As you guys step onto the dance floor, you see that the lead singer of this band, he's a bard. He has a little guitar in his hand. he's had some enchantment to his voice to like both make it louder and also like auto tune it a little bit. And he's like, this one goes out to all the ladies in the crowd, and then begins to strum his guitar. And after the first couple beats, a like gasp and shout goes out from the crowd. You see a bunch of mostly younger women, but a like large demographic of people like jump out of their seats. They grab their significant others, mean to pull them to the dance floor. Like whatever these first few notes are clearly like a big hit this guy has done before, and he is about to like this. He knows this is a crowd pleaser. So he gets out. I need both of you to make a charisma saving throw and then a performance check for me, back to back.
Charisma saving throw.
What does charisma have to do with this?
You can elect to fail if you would like.
Wikipedia, you get a +1 on your saving throw.
Oh, I don't really know if that's gonna help. I rolled a 12 with your +1, a 12 for my charisma save. Actually, I think I rolled the wrong number. Am I supposed to roll?
Give me 1 second. What happened to Aubrey?
Wait,
My
What happened?
performance check, I have a -1 on performance, and I rolled a nat 1, and so I have a 0.
A straight 0. Oh no.
What is a
Oh,
nat
no.
1? Which I don't know if a nat 1 is worse than a 0 or not, but that's what I.
All right, there's a lot to unpack here. What did you roll the first time? Tori, you have to roll a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, I clicked the charisma up top. Never mind. Just keep what I have.
Oh yeah, you need the saving throw.
Yeah, so Tori, you got a 12 on the saving throw. And Aubrey, what did you get on the saving throw?
An 8.
An 8. Okay. Both of you failed the saving throw. Tori, what did you get on your performance check?
21.
21. Okay. If you would like, Aubrey did roll a nat 1, and I know that you just got your lucky feat. And so as her dancing partner, I'll let you, if you would like to use that.
Yeah, so you can take my
No.
lucky.
Don't
you
do
can
that.
re-roll
Don't be nice.
She pulled me onto the dance floor. Of course, I'm gonna instantly be nice and forget about anything bad she's ever said to me.
Oh, you didn't want to see the ramifications of that 0?
It's still
No.
a 3. It's still a 3.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
well, she didn't fail now. I want a good dancing partner.
She'll probably fail.
So, you...
Oh
you
well.
both-
Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah.
You both go. This bard starts to strum his guitar. He starts to sing. The mariachi band picks up, and it is like a very lively dancing tune. As it goes, you feel like this magic wash over the crowd. You actually notice that like you can almost see it in people's eyes. Some of them are like electing to fail this saving throw, and as they are charmed by the spell, by the song. It is a modified version of the irresistible dance where you feel your body just start to move on its own. It doesn't impose any like movement limitations or negative effects aside from disadvantage on attack rolls, but you feel your body like compulsively starts to dance to the music. Wikipedia, you lean really hard into it. Describe how you hit the dance floor.
Well, I'm definitely excited to be there with Tawny, so I'm definitely still holding her hand. And even though I'm very enthralled by the music, I'm definitely pulling her in with me and trying to get in the middle of the crowd.
Oh yeah.
And I'm definitely kind of like making her twirl me because I'm short and I like it's fun.
Deal. I love it. She is so yeah. You hit the dance floor. You are making her twirl you. Aubrey, not thinking about that 3. We'll get to that in a second. How does Tawny hit the dance floor? As Wikipedia pulls her in, you both feel yourself like your body just starts to move almost by itself.
Okay, I feel like she's very excited to be dancing. And she's going out there and she's moving. But I feel like dancing is cultural. And like, not that she probably would have been taught some type of dancing for different material plane regions and stuff like that. But I feel like she's just so excited to like relax again that she just starts dancing, and however it comes out, like I feel like she's good at it. It's just like the wrong setting. Like she's dancing like a Druk warrior, and they're very like sex forward. Like I feel like she's dancing like, especially because she's twirling Wikipedia, but she's dancing probably like sexier than she should be for this cultural setting, but that's just like normal in Drukyul. And so she's like going like this, and she's like flipping her hair. Maybe she's twerking or something, however you want to take that theory. But I feel like she's just like very like into it in like not a material plane way.
Oh yeah, it is. With your 3, your dancing is good. You attract a lot of attention. Like all eyes are on both of you. There's more than once where they make a circle, like a dance circle around you, and they have you in the center for a little bit. And it's also like very clear that you are not from around here. Wikipedia, your dancing is so fluid enough that if you wanted to pass as a local, you could. Just like the way that the music hit you, like you picked up like that, the culture, the way the music flowed and the culture very easily. And so if you wanted to pass as a local, you could. Tawny, absolutely not.
I don't think Wikipedia is necessarily trying to pass as a local. I'm definitely fine like doing my own thing and being perceived however, but I do enjoy the music and I'm dancing to how like the music is making me feel, and
exactly.
how probably the rest of the people would dance to this music, because I'm definitely picking up on that. But it's not because I want to blend in, but because I'm just truly enjoying the music.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you two are just on the interview, see everybody's looking at you guys. Yeah, and you guys kind of share a little moment on the dance floor. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I would like to, while Tawny spins me, I want to kind of like in a spin, like jump up on like a chair and then on top of a table, and then go to dip Tawny.
Ooh.
Standing on a table.
With your 21 on your performance, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. If Tawny tried, maybe we talk about it. But
can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
What is Tawny wearing?
Oh, she is wearing like black, like almost like cargo pants, but like fashionable cargo pants, like 2022 cargo pants, not like what your dad would wear cargo pants, if you know what I mean, that are like low-waisted. Her whole like belly and stomach is out, and then it's just like a tight black shirt that then like has like sheer-ish sleeves like she wears with like her normal stuff, and like and her black boots.
Cool.
I think that's a great description, but all I have in my head is like a modern outfit, and like the nothing. There, you are surrounded by just a bunch of pirates and just wearing like 2022 clothes. Yeah, current clothes.
No, I got definitely like Lara Croft, Indiana Jones adventure kind of vibe.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Like her outfit from the jungle, and then it's just happens to be what she's wearing here. And her hair's back in a ponytail, and her hair is long, so it's just like. But she has her slut strands out, of course, because Tawny's in it for the look.
Yeah.
I didn't know what those were until like months ago.
Oh.
You know, just like when your hair is back and you have your little.
I know now.
Always have to have.
Yeah.
I know now. Corey introduced me to those like, I would say like November, October last year. Well, she said slut strands, and I was like, what is that? What is happening? I thought you were brushing your hair. I'm so confused what's happening. And so, yeah.
We're getting slutty now?
Like, we have to be at dinner in 20 minutes.
We got time. Plenty of time.
I mean, I guess, but like, I thought we were on
Okay.
schedule. Oh, wonderful.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Sorry for that.
No, it's absolutely fair. Yeah, Wikipedia, you dip Tawny. There's like a gasp from the crowd. You see one lady like hits her boyfriend and go, "Why can't you ever do that to me?"
After Wikipedia dips me, I want to like shimmy, like get low, and then like blow a kiss as if I'm like getting to her height, but like obviously she's on the table, so she's like way up,
Yeah.
and like blow a kiss at her.
Aw. I'm just flustered now. I just gosh.
Yeah, there's another like not a gasp, but a wave goes throughout the crowd. It's like there's still majority of people watching, and again, everyone is also still compulsed to dance, so everyone is still moving. It's very fluid. After a couple minutes of dance, is there anything else you guys would like to do as the song begins to come to a close?
Is there anyone hot in the crowd?
Yeah, there's a couple cute people. If you're looking for,
There's
I would
Wikipedia.
say, yeah, there's nobody like
Tawny does not see Wikipedia in that way.
there's nobody that's like an absolute smoke show in the crowd. But I'd say there's
So
like
Tawny's the smoke show in the crowd.
Tawny's definitely the smoke show, especially now that they know that you're not from around here. Now you're like
Yeah.
Exotic.
foreign
Exotic.
girl. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
But there are some. I would say there's an equal amount of like cute guys and cute girls in the crowd. I would say you can point out like 3 of each. You do actually give me a perception check real quick, because there's something to notice there.
Okay.
Bless you.
Sorry, I'm so
Seven-
sneezy tonight.
17.
Oh yeah. You notice that as you look around this crowd, easily 90% are human. Wikipedia is the only halfling. There's a couple half elves. There's like a half orc. And I would say that as you're scanning for someone hot, you notice the same dwarf that passed Jake, that passed Kildek. And as she's making her way, making her way to the shaved cat, and like you talk like that is the only dwarf aside from Kildek. So, a like predominantly human crowd, and just kind of piques your interest as you're moving through. But yeah, I would say you clock like 3 cute boys, 4 cute girls.
Okay,
That'd be-
out of the cute people, I want to find the one that looks the most like confident and like into it.
Okay.
Like the person who came to the club to be flirty.
To be flirty.
To you know.
Yeah.
Who looks like
To-
they're looking.
you know.
You know. Yeah. You look around, and one person definitely stands out. They're a good like 6 inches taller than everybody else. They're tall, they're lanky, they got like a little bit of a beard going on, short hair, and yeah, they're out here and they're having a good time, like big smile on their face. They're feeling they're feeling good. You can see them just chatting up anyone that comes by. And as like you're making such a big scene in Wikipedia, you definitely make eye contact with them a couple times.
I am going to start dancing in their direction.
As soon as they see you making their way towards them, they also begin to dance their way towards you until you guys like meet on the dance floor. And just as the two of you like come together and your hands meet, the bard hits the last string of the song. Everybody starts to cheer, and he kind of like thanks the crowd. He says they'll be back in like 15 minutes for their next round. But like, yeah, just as you guys meet, the song ends. The compulsion to dance immediately it fades away. and you are left like face to face with this tall human.
I wouldn't have left Wikipedia. I would have just like moved the both of us.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
In that-
Wikipedia is within.
in that
I'm gonna
direction.
go to the bar now. Once the spell wore off, I'm gonna go to the bar and go get a drink.
Okay. Then I'd like wave to you. Like if you go like yourself, then like that's fine. But like I'm not gonna like. I definitely didn't just like leave you.
I saw the eye contact, and then I saw the bar, and the spell wore off. So I'm just gonna get a drink. I'll let whatever
Sounds good.
happens. It can simmer. I'm gonna watch from a distance.
Tawny's not interested in the bar at all because she knows there's no alcohol here.
That's true.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna try to flirt with this dude. Like
You gonna try to play with this guy?
Tawny's got.
Yeah. Let me
she's
hit.
this is how she parties.
Let me hit Wikipedia first, then we'll wrap back to you.
Yeah.
Wikipedia, you make your way over to the bar. You see there's the big sign that smells refreshments. There's a couple people working the counter, but as you get up there, you're greeted with this very elderly elf. He's bald, he's hunched over, and you see he has like a little name tag on him that just says Mel. And you come up to him, and he goes, "Oh, hello, Missy. Are you a halfling?"
No, do I look like one?
It's been so long since I've seen a halfling. I'm sorry, I just got excited. How can I help you, child?
And I'm gonna look at the menu.
Yeah,
It's on the board,
let me.
and I'm looking through it, and I'm just gonna turn to him and go, "Can you just give me the most bitter drink you have?"
Oh, you want the most bitter drink I have?
The least sweet drink that you sell.
I understand what bitter means, child. I just had no one ever asked me for a bitter drink. That's interesting. What do you want with a bitter drink? And you see he goes and starts to like make a drink. Like he starts to like mix something behind the counter.
What are you making for me?
I'm looking it up. I gotta
Dude has his phone out, furiously typing. I don't know.
No one ever wants bitter. Why did she order this?
I closed the tab, and so now I'm like rapidly clicking through to find it in the drive. I got it. It's okay, guys. I found it. Oh, yeah. I needed like 2 more seconds.
That's okay.
He goes, "Oh yes. The most bitter thing we have is rat juice.
I'll take it.
Excellent." And you see he ducks behind the counter for a little bit. It peeks his head up and goes, "Have you had rat juice before?"
I cannot say that I have.
Okay. I must warn you now, as I'm making it, do not mind the squeals. Ducks behind the counter, and you just hear like a squealing rat, and then comes up and has like this like, it's like the same coloration of ale. And he sits on the counter. "There's your rat juice. Honestly, for expecting you to be a halfling and being wrong, this one's on the house. This already."
Oh, thank you. And I will take it, and I'm not going to take a sip in front of him. I'm going to walk away before taking a sip, so he doesn't have to see my face if I don't like it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to be insulted.
Got it.
I'm going to take a sip. I asked for it.
We know that he didn't kill the
Vegetarian
rat.
in me is screaming.
We know that he didn't kill the rat.
Did not kill the rat.
There was not a
That rat-
giant explosion.
That rat is an employee.
I hope he gets paid accordingly.
Yeah, so do you take a sip?
Yes.
Yeah, it tastes like a beer without the alcohol. Like it's very like, yeah, it does not have like a rat taste to it. It tastes like
Just yeast.
it tastes like yeast but without the alcohol.
You got wet
Oh.
wheat there.
You got wet wheat. Is what that tastes like.
I'll casually sip my drink throughout the night, as long as it takes, just to enjoy it.
Yeah. Excellent. You said the rat juice. Is there anything that you would like to do while you're sipping your rat juice? Or you just
In particular, I'll probably find an empty seat at a table. Maybe kick my feet up on the table and just kind of watch the crowd as they're dancing or talking and just kind of see where Tawny is. Maybe kind of peek out and see if I can see Kildak inside it all, and just kind of surveying, just people watching.
perfect? Lovely. Let's actually move back to Kildak because we started him. Kildak, what are you doing? You just got the room keys. The bird is off your hands. Yeah, what's Kildak at?
I am gonna. I mean, now that I got the room, I got the bird out of my hand. It was quite cumbersome to just carry a crate. So I'm just gonna put the keys in my pocket, and I'm gonna go back out, see if I can spot Tawny and or Wikipedia, just to let them know I got a room.
Gotcha. You, excuse me, you catch them, like, as you're coming out, the dance just ended. You see Tawny and this tall gentleman come together. You
Two
see
monsters, just
Yes.
giant people. Got
just
it.
two very tall people come together. You see Wikipedia grab this brown drink from this elderly elf, and that's where you clock the two of them. Yeah, if I mean, go ahead.
So sorry. Wikipedia's at the bar still.
Wikipedia just came off of the bar and she's at a table by herself.
Okay. I'll walk up to her real quick. Hey Wikipedia, I got us all rooms. What's that?
Do you want some? Would you like to try it? It's non-alcoholic beer.
Oh. It's kind of light for a beer. Okay.
It is.
And
It is very light for a beer. Would you like some?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay,
What's
here
it
you go.
called?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I
That was-
didn't really.
That was
I
Tori
didn't-
talk.
I didn't really order it. I just asked for a drink and he gave me one.
Oh,
I asked him
That's,
to kind of just surprise me.
that's pretty bitter, actually. That's just like, you're right. That's a beer without alcohol.
It's all right.
Oh, I guess. Feels like that defeats the purpose. Honestly.
I don't think they have any alcohol back there.
I don't think so either. Cool. Yeah, I just want to let you know I got a room for all three of us. So we don't need to like spend more money. And the bird is in the house safe.
Bird in the house safe. Got it.
It's not code for anything. It's literally
Right.
it's in the house safe. Yeah.
Bird is in the house safe. I got it.
Wikipedia, you also know these
I
can.
do.
Yeah, you think he's talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
I've recently learned thieves can't, and so
You
I'm still
actually know thieves can.
only recently, and I'm still studying it and learning it.
Yeah, you think he has asked you to assassinate the lady at the front gate? I'm kidding.
The bird,
The bird in the house safe.
bird in the house. I got you, Kildak.
Do I know that you're like studying thieves can't? Is that something I'm aware of?
It's not something that I was like actively doing out loud, but you've probably maybe like seen me or just kind of picked up on it here and there. So it's not like a secret.
Okay. Also, there's a dwarf, not me, another one.
Is she your
Walking
sister?
around. I don't know, maybe.
You know her?
No, don't.
Are you related?
I did not do a blood test. I don't know.
There's a second dwarf here, Gildak.
Is this the only two dwarfs you've ever heard of? Me and this other one I'm just now talking about. Okay, cool.
Yes.
There's anyways. She was walking around.
Four of us.
No, there were like 3 dwarves back where I lived back home. And then I met you. And they all knew each other.
But was I related to them?
Were you?
I don't know. Who are they? I'm gonna say no. Just, what are the odds? I'm just gonna say no, and we're just gonna run with that. For both the ones at your home and this other dwarf here. What?
The Stonewall family?
No.
Gilded, you know that Stonewall is like a super common dwarven last name.
Yeah, that's like Smith. We're not gonna go into that.
Doesn't even have a last name.
No, he's just Kodak.
Yeah, everybody's name is Stonewall.
Yeah. We're not gonna go into trying to explain that to Wikipedia. We're just gonna continue rolling with the no. We're just no.
Okay.
But she was talking in code at the front desk lady who we're not killing, and me. Well, I initiated the code with her, but I think I might have confused her because I asked for a bird's nest, and then the bird talked. So I don't know if she really understood. But anyways, I'm gonna go try and in the shaved cat.
Okay. Do you need help with that?
Looks
or do you
like
want to be all secretive on your own? Do some recon work.
Nah, come along. I'll show you some things. Maybe you could learn a thing or two. Tawny can go have fun. Maybe I should drop off a room key for her. Maybe we should swing by and give her a room key.
Do we all have our own rooms?
We have 2 rooms, but 3 beds. So nobody's like sleeping together.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love having my own bed.
Yeah, it was a
I
steal
haven't
too.
slept in a bed in like a year.
But that's kind of your own choice. You choose the cots. We could just buy you a bed.
No one ever offered to buy me a bed.
You have money. You're also a captain. Like,
You have money.
I mean, I pull out like 2 silver. I'm like, I have this money.
you're a captain. We all have access to this shit. Anyways, we'll go slip Tawny a room key so she can commingle with the locals.
Okay.
And so yeah, we're gonna walk
waiting.
towards.
Go into the crowd.
Okay, I'll walk towards Tawny, to give her a room key.
Perfect. As you're making your way to Tawny, you are face to face with this gentleman. The song ends. Wikipedia peels off. Do you say the first thing, or do you wait for him to talk?
Does the song, does another one start immediately, or is it just no music?
No, the band said that they're going to be back in 15 minutes. They just need to grab some water, grab some drinks, and they're going to start playing again. So there's a little gap in music.
Oh, I'm not saying anything. I'm getting close, but I'm not walking up to them and looking at them and waiting for them to speak. But I'm just gonna get up and get close to their area. But I'm not speaking first.
Cool. They're gonna make their way over to you, and say, "Hi. I hope this doesn't come off as offensive, but I couldn't help but notice that you are not super familiar with Red Rat Bay and the Hopital. It looked like this was your first night dancing in a long time."
It's not my first night dancing. Why do you say that?
No, just in a while. I was, it looks like you were, happy to get your sea legs back. I only say it because I see it a lot. People come in from a long travel, and they're excited to let loose. And it looked like you had a lot of weight on your shoulders that you shed. So, can I buy you a drink? Cheers to hopefully the first of many nights of dancing.
Yeah.
Deal. And he says, anything in particular you want?
I don't know if this area has anything that good.
Well, unfortunately, I can't make the menu, but I'll get you the best thing they got. Be right back. And you see he kind of jogs off to go grab you a drink. And as he leaves, Kildaq comes
he's
up.
jogging? Like, dude, like, puts on his sweatbands, like, jogs over.
Okay, he makes his way to Mel's Cantina. It doesn't look desperate.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as he's not desperate. He's like sprinting. He's like, shit, if I don't get back, like, I just left.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Tony, as soon as he leaves, Kildaq comes up behind you.
Hey, Tawny.
And then, like, whatever, like, smirk I had on my face, it just drops. What do you want?
I got you this room. You and Wikipedia are sharing, but there's 2 beds, so, I just wanted to make sure you had this, because, yeah.
What?
There's just that guy, and who's tall, and
Is that your
You know.
type, Kodak?
no. Yeah, y'all were just both tall. You had so much in common.
You can see so much from up there.
Is there just one key for the room?
Yes.
No.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry. There's, like, you were given 2 rooms, and you were given 2 keys. One for each room.
Yes.
Leave it with Wikipedia.
Yeah. So, what? Leave it with Wikipedia? You're not gonna need it?
I assume that when I went to go to the room, I can either find Wikipedia or I can knock on the door.
Who's gonna let you in?
Wikipedia if she's in the fucking room.
Okay. Fine. Sorry. Just, I got your room.
You pay for it or the ship?
You know what? It came out of my pocket. Whether I reimburse myself later for it is honestly up for debate. I haven't had that internal conflict yet.
I'm sorry.
Changes
Am I
if you got
interrupting
me
something?
a room or not.
Oh, nope. Nope.
Yeah, you see, tall guy comes back. He goes, "Am I interrupting something? I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry."
No, enjoy your.
I'm gonna take his hand and walk away.
Whoa! Gets pulled away.
It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, Mr. Dwarf. I like your beard.
Thanks.
And he gets.
And now
pulled.
I'm just standing like awkwardly in the middle of a musicless dance floor.
Yes, you are.
So I'm just gonna like look around and walk back to Wikipedia.
I'm just giggling at the sight of all of that, and now just like my drink now has a straw, and I'm just like sipping my drink. And
Where'd that come from?
As I'm pulling him away, I'm gonna just like start like asking him like what's his name or whatever. We don't have to follow Tawny if we don't want to, but like she's just gonna start.
Yeah, he got you a mango robellini. It's the like signature drink of the cantina. It is a like mango tropical fruit mix. It's a mocktail, and
Just sounds like a smoothie.
it's pretty close to it. And he introduces himself as R. That's his whole name. He didn't pick it. His parents did. And he...
Does he say that? Do I
yeah,
like, what's your name? And he's like, R, I didn't pick it. My parents did.
No, he just says, it's just R. And like, he immediately follows up with like, I know it's odd. I didn't pick it. My parents did. But honestly, it's kind of growing on me.
I like
It's a good conversation starter.
how old is this kid? Adult person.
I believe R is 25.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't have picked up, like, a child. I asked John for someone hot, and if he gives me a fucking minor,
I gave
that's
you
on
a
him.
12-year-old.
That's a problem. We may have to
John's like,
start over.
The hottest, most confident person in the room? That child over there?
Child?
That 15-year-old working the hotel desk, actually.
Sorry, I call everyone in their
He's
20s kid. If you're the same age as me, you're kid.
He is.
Older man or someone Tawny's.
He's like 25, 26 tops.
So
How old was
still
Tawny?
significantly older than her. She's 19.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, she's kid. She's a kid.
She is kid. But she doesn't act kid.
No.
Is there any, like, high top tables? Like, where you, like the table is there, but, like, the cocktail table, you're just standing around it? It's not,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
sitting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So I'll just, like, lead us to there. And I'll be like, no, I like it. My name's Tana.
Tana. That's
Oh.
a beautiful name. Where's that from?
It's a family name.
Oh. Very cool. Yeah, R is a regional name back from the Sword Coast. I don't know if you're familiar with the coast. But yeah, we've been out here for about 5 years now, right at Bay. Just me and my parents have been out here, and he kind of goes through like a real little bit of his life. He was born on the Sword Coast. He came over here, but he's been over here for a while. He's like, yeah, but that's a lot about me that you didn't ask for. Tell me about you.
I'm just in the Stonefall Scatter, exploring, checking out the islands and stuff. And then I'll get my drink and I'll be like, okay, what is in this? Because I've never seen a drink this bright before.
To be honest, I don't know. Mel has been making this for, to be honest, longer than both of us have been alive. Judging by, elves. I've never seen an elf that old. Is all I'm saying. So it's probably longer than this island has been around, probably, right? But yeah, I have no idea. I know that there's mango, and let's see, there's mango, passion fruit, and there's something else. Strawberries. That's what it is. Strawberries. But yeah,
as we're speaking, what is his body language? Like, is he like leaning in? Is he like, does he seem flirty?
He definitely seems flirty.
Okay.
You give me an insight check on this guy.
I mean, the last ingredient he brought up is a natural aphrodisiac, so he's probably flirtatious.
Oh yeah.
Bless you.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Yeah, you know everything about him. Give me a couple questions, and I will tell you everything you want to know. Yeah, you read him like a book.
What would his ransom
Does he
be
li-
worth?
Okay, when he
What do you wanna
says he came here to be with his parents, does that mean he lives with his parents?
So you get the feel that
So they should have taken that room key.
he moved with his parents over here. Through a little bit of interrogation, his parents grow the passion fruit. They both grow and sell passion fruit on the island. And
Country
he
boy.
came over to help them run the family business, because as they're getting older, they needed extra help on the farm, and that was him. And so he, I guess, does live with his parents, but not in a way that's weird for medieval times. It's his family business. He's he is the money maker for his parents.
Okay.
And
So his parents live with him.
yes, yeah, his parents. It sounds like if he was to take you back to his place, it wouldn't be he goes past his mom and dad's room and passes his mom in the kitchen to go up to his bedroom, and he has a shack that is his home, and like on the farm, and then his parents have something like yeah.
Yeah.
He is independent enough, but he is definitely here with the parents. Yeah,
In his
that's my
body language, how much does it seem like A, he can get it, and B, like he's into Tawny?
He seems.
This is
I
important.
would say,
John.
yeah, I would say
This is important.
getting it. I give R like an 8 out of 10. Right? I think that's fair.
That's the best in this room, an 8 out of 10. Well, you did say Tawny's the only smoke show, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 8 out of 10 is the best Tony's gonna get here. And then I would say interest in Tawny, I would say he's at like a 9 out of 10. I think you can see a little bit of reservation just because he can tell that you're not from around here and he doesn't know you.
Mhm.
He doesn't completely like trust you. Like he
Right.
is very interested, but he's not like, I feel like a 10 out of 10 interest would be like you could fool him into doing anything. And I think you could convince him to do a lot, but he's not gonna like, if you're like, hey, steal something for me, he's gonna be like, well, like that's illegal and not what I signed up for. Whereas like 10 out of 10, I feel like he's like, I'll do anything for you, Tawny. So yeah, he's very interested. You can tell that, like, I mean, Tawny would look around and be like, I am the most interesting girl here. Like,
Yeah.
everybody else is on this island. Maybe some other people are like traders or from the Waterdeep Navy, and they kind of like have seen the world a little bit. But as far as like being exotic and being well traveled, and like Tawny takes the cake. And so
Okay. So he's kind of boring Tawny a little bit. But she's
is it
gonna
bad that
go...
I'm rooting for R right now? Like deep down, like, come on, R, you can do it.
She's gonna go and she's gonna take a sip of her drink, and then she's gonna be like, have you ever had this one?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not too much on the menu. There's like, I don't know, I think 5 or 6 drinks, and once you've had them all, you kind of gotta go back through them again. But I would say that this is easily the best one he's got.
He's okay.
Was that not your question? Did I just do something random?
No, you're good. That's just not the answer I wanted.
Oh,
John,
no.
John, she was flirting, and you answered it with logic.
Okay, she's just gonna like steal herself and be like, "Oh God, this is the best they can offer," and then she's gonna take another step closer and be like, "Do you want to try it again?" And then lean in to kiss him.
Oh. Yeah, he'll kiss you, absolutely. Where was the kiss set up within that?
Because I drank it, so it's in my mouth. The drink, the flavor. Have you ever tried this before? If he would have said no or responded flirty in any way, you can be like, "Do you want to try it?" And then.
Got it. Yeah, I didn't quite get that because you had a full drink in front of you, and he has his own drink of the exact same kind. And
You
so he's
didn't
like,
tell me he had the exact same one. You said this is what he got you.
Yeah, he got 2 of them. Yeah.
Oh, well, then that doesn't
He
work.
called
as
it
well.
the
We're gonna
best
put
one.
that-
He got it for himself too.
But yeah. No,
I thought like you were like, oh, like this is their house drink, and I was like, oh, that's what you get for another person when they didn't give you any information on what they liked. I didn't realize he had the same drink.
No, that's fair. He got 2 of his favorite drinks. That way he could share it with you.
This dude's sad.
But
Well, then my line doesn't really work.
that's okay.
but-
I will say that your line would have had the same effect either way. Like, he kind of misses on the first beat, and then will definitely kiss you on the second beat. For sure. Yes, he definitely goes in for the kiss if you let him.
She kissed him.
Yeah. Yes.
He goes in for the kiss as she's like already making the
No.
move.
He said he lets you go in for the kiss.
No, he said he kisses you if you let him.
Mm-mm.
But Tawny was the one who made the move.
Tawny makes the move,
Okay.
and R
Anyways.
allows her to kiss him.
Okay. That's what we can cut from Tawny. She's just
we
gonna
are-
make out
we're
with this guy for a bit.
Tony's gonna make out with R at in the courtyard of the Hopital. Moving away. I had fun doing that. That was fun.
I felt like I couldn't flirt because I was speaking to John.
Yeah.
Like, naturally, Aubrey is a pretty flirty person, but I'm just, like, speaking to John, and I just, like, can't handle myself.
I do like the idea of of Aubrey using a real line and real John just completely missing that line. Like, yeah.
I would not use that line in real life, but...
It was roleplay for a little bit until the actual flirt happened, and then it was real John being like, why would I want to take the drink from your mouth when you have a full cup? Why would I do that? You have a full drink right there. I also have a full drink here. Like, I live here, dude. Like, I don't need to try the drinks. Do you want to try my drink? Like, yeah. Cool. So we move away from Tawny to Kildak and Wikipede. What are you guys doing?
So she didn't want the key.
No.
So Wikipede, here's the key. You and Tawny are sharing the room because she hates me, and y'all are both girls.
Okay.
It seems selfish to take the single room for myself, but no, I'm not sharing with Tawny. I mean, if you and me want to share, like, Tawny can have her own. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
That's what I was expecting.
The
But
two short people, that's like segregation. We gotta branch out, you know?
Okay.
Can't just put the short people in a room, you know?
yeah, I stand with you. Yeah.
Like, if we stand with each other, we almost equal her height, and then we can take them down. Anyways, sorry.
How tall are you, Wikipede? You're like what? Like 3 feet?
I say 3.5.
3.5? Kildek's
Might be pushing it a little bit.
Kildek, are you what, like 4 feet? Maybe a little more than 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Together that puts you guys at like 7-8 feet. Yeah.
Like 2 feet.
So almost as
over
tall as Tawny.
Yeah. Together you're a little taller than Tawny.
We should
Like
try
a
that
feather,
sometime.
too.
I should try standing on your shoulders one time. See how that works.
That's yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll do that later when we're on a rickety ship. That'll go great.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I'm gonna hold you to it. I want to
Okay.
try it.
Well, I'm gonna hold you to something in like the next 20 seconds, so that'll balance out.
Okay. What?
Earlier, you promised to help. Like you were gonna, because we were talking a couple days ago about like doing magic, and we were talking about all like your abilities, and you're like, oh, maybe you should just try it. So I'm gonna ask you to teach me later. Like I'm still holding you to that. I just wanted to bring that back up because flip side, you teach me, you know, all your little, I don't know, finger wiggler stuff, and I will teach you everything I know about being sneaky.
Okay. That's a fair trade. That sounds
yeah.
fun.
So, we should go over to the shaved cat, and we're gonna look all suspicious and weird, and then we're gonna get invited into a secret club of some kind, and just fingers crossed it's not some kind of weird sex cult, and then we're good.
All right. I'll flip my collar up.
Perfect.
Ready.
Yeah, I got my eye patch on. I'm missing an arm. We're gonna walk over there towards the shaved cat.
Perfect. You guys enter the shaved cat. You can see as you enter, there's so when you enter in, the room is fairly open. There's a couple of couches, chairs, like footrests out all around, like little contained like fire pits. There's a small river that runs through the middle of this room. It has like it's lined with like small stones and such, with a little bridge that runs over it. You can see the water like magically runs down this little river and then like flows back to the beginning and like runs through. Like it's ever flowing water. It kind of just goes through the middle. There are a handful of little dividers that separate little like lounge areas. They have like 3 to 4 couches, each with their own like card table set up. And then as you look up, there's a balcony with a handful of like individual rooms that people can use or like rent out.
That's what Tony's
and
gonna use.
Those are not for sleeping, but they are like not for like staying the night. But you can see that there are a handful of windows all throughout that are open. It's letting the breeze in, and you can see on the top balcony the dwarf that had originally spoken to you watches you walk in, turns around, and then goes into one of the rooms on the second floor.
Okay, Wikipedia. We need to like cross our fingers harder that this isn't a weird sex cult. And I need you to follow me up to one of these sex rooms. We need to go into one of these like love hotel rooms, and I'm sorry for that.
Okay. I mean, if it is a cult, then what happened to Red Red
I'm
Base?
sorry I hit this nail so on the head, and I really am sorry. But we gotta know now.
We have to follow through.
Uh-huh.
I am
Where's-
down to see this to the end.
Do you see stairs? How do we get up there?
Yeah, there's a set of stairs to the next floor.
Cool. There they are. That's
Sorry, I
cool
didn't
there.
mean to ruin your moment. I just remembered I didn't mention stairs and I got worried.
Right
Let's-
after you, Kildek.
Okay.
I'm right behind you.
Very, very awkwardly walking up these stairs with Wikipedia.
Both of you, as you make your way across the room, hit me with 2 perception checks.
Why am I so not perceptive? 13.
25.
Oh, cool. Solid.
I'm very perceptive.
Wow, okay.
Tori was like looking down, and I was like, "Oh, she rolled low," and then she's like, "25,
25.
whatever."
So, like, you are kind of locked and loaded on what you're looking for.
Yeah, just kind of like looking at the floor. Like I'm just.
I
so
am not
uncomfortable.
nervous about this whatsoever. I am into it.
Oh.
I'm
Wikipedia-
having
Wikipedia, roll me a d6.
Tawny should. I
Sick.
mean, Wikipedia should have stayed on the floor with Tawny.
Sounds like it.
a 1.
A 1? Okay. 25. Okay, cool. So, with that, as you're walking through, you hear 2 rumors that are being spread throughout the that are being kind of gossiped about as you move through. The first thing that you hear is that the someone at the card table kind of looks around, scans the room real quick, and then says something about Legume's wife. She's crazy, man. She's deranged. She's out of it. Lost her marbles, and I heard that she's worshiping some sort of something creepy, man. Something eldritch. And the other guy goes, "You don't even know what eldritch means." He goes, "Yeah, it means weird." And then
In my head, I'm like, yeah, Eldritch just means weird. That's it.
I mean weird, yeah, that makes sense. Do you, off the top of your head, know who Legume is?
No.
Um,
Why would I know who that is? I couldn't even read the drink menu. I'm not even remember where my room keys are? That was the biggest mistake of this episode so far, and you think I know who Legume is?
I was trying to remember if I mentioned him before. If not, that's fine. Okay. So, yeah, Legume's wife, crazy, out of it, worshipping something eldritch. And then the second rumor is you hear some other people. You actually hear, you recognize these people. They are from Marcus's crew, talking to some other people from town. And they're telling them that a vessel was recently shipwrecked on the southern tip of the island, where they call Savage Territory. So no one's gone to like raid the ship and clear it out. There's plenty of good stuff in there, and you see Marcus's guys are like, how good could it be? Whoever was sailing down there must have been sailing through the reef, and no one with a pea for a brain is going to sail through the reef. So I wouldn't bet on too much being out there. Like then there's someone else like, oh, man, it could be a good score. The boat's all abandoned. Like the savages aren't going to do anything with gold. That's gold's for us, man. And they're kind of going on about that. So you clock those two rumors. You also, on a 25, notice that as you're going up the stairs, there are two gentlemen that are in one of those private booths. They're gambling with a group of other people, but two of them clock you and Kildak and follow you like up the stairs for a couple seconds. Like their eyes follow you for a little bit before like they look down and go back to what they're doing. But like those two guys out of like this whole group like definitely noticed you.
What can you describe the guys a little bit? Like, do I see like what they're wearing, or like are they, what race are they? Just so I can see if I can clock them later.
Sure. One is a half elf. One's a half elf. One is a human. And on a 25, I'll give you this. On a 25, they are sitting with a group of. Some of them are in like their like unbuttoned Waterdeep Navy uniforms. Some of them are in more casual clothes, but you can kind of figure that these are off-duty Waterdeep sailors.
Okay.
And yeah, two of them clock you.
Good to know.
Yep. Yeah, so you guys make your way up to the room that the dwarf had gone into. Do you enter? Do you make a scene?
Should we both enter, or do you want me to wait behind in case you need?
I was my plan. I was gonna like kind of introduce you as my apprentice. It gives us a little bit of credit, you know, like okay. I'm so good. Like I got my own apprentice. Like that's like it's intimidating, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And just mortified of what we're gonna walk into. I'm gonna knock first, because it's a closed door. You know, that's the polite thing. Is there a thieves can't knock?
Ooh. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Yeah, thieves can't knock. Absolutely. You do a little thieves can't knock. And you hear her say...
Can it be just like shaving a haircut 2 bits?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
That's the thieves can't knock. Yep. Nobody else knows how to do that. That is exclusively for thieves. I love it. You do that. A voice comes back on the other side, and she says... room's occupied. Come back in 3 years. Which is, again, thieves can't for come right in.
Is that the dwarf, by the way?
Yeah, it sounds exactly like that.
Okay. I'm gonna open it slowly and I'm just looking for a bird's nest.
Gotcha. You peek in. You see that she is as you creep in, there is a vanity, what do you call that? It's just called a vanity. A vanity, a small dresser and a bed in this room. The bed is completely made. It has not been touched. The dwarf is standing in the room, currently looking out the window,
Dressed.
fully dressed, and she is sipping on a flask.
I'm just gonna lean over to Wikipedia and whisper, I think we're good. I don't think this is too weird.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Gonna store that information away for later. Is there a thieves' can't greeting? I'm not as familiar as I am. I'm also not.
You see, as you guys kind of make your way into the room, she is actually the first one to speak. As an eyebrow raises, and she's asking you, "Are we alone right now?" In regards to Wikipedia.
Yeah, this is my apprentice.
Close the door, man. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I thought
Was
you
it-
were at the door. Oh, sorry.
You were coming in the door.
You're right. You're
I
right.
came in from behind Kildak. It was my job. I got it. I closed it.
Jeez. Oh. Both of you? Kid's a pirate too?
Give her my big-
we sail on a ship under a flag.
Okay.
You don't need to label it.
We're in the... You made it to the meeting. I'm a pirate. You're a
Okay,
pirate.
cool. Yeah,
Is she
then
a
yeah,
pirate?
we're all pirates then. Yeah,
Pirates.
yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, good. She spits in her hand, offers you a greeting, and the hand that you can shake, and says, "Tonka pick."
Tonka
and-
truck.
Oh, nope, that's not my last name. Pick is my last name.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what a truck is. But
They call me Stronghammer.
oh, Stronghammer. The first or last name?
That's just what they call me. It's
They
not
call you
really,
Strong?
Yeah, they call me Stronghammer. It's
I'll take
because
it.
I'm really good at swinging hammers.
Deal. Stronghammer, and you are, little miss?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, Stronghammer, Tonka. Glad we got that out of the way. Honestly, I'll level with you. Nice to see other pirates in Red Rat Bay. It's been a hot minute since we've had, some no-good troublemakers back in town. Recently, it's just been us.
How long have you been here?
Well, we've been here for about a week, but we've been in and out for the last year, and it's been fairly scarce, of piracy.
Yeah.
The Red Wizards have cracked down quite a bit since they
They're on top of us too. Had a couple run-ins.
haven't we all. She offers you a seat on the bed, and she pulls up the
Get it,
vanity
Gildak.
stool. She
It's
sits,
not a sex
back-
call.
She sits backwards on the vanity chair.
I'll pop up on the bed, but assuming this bed is made for normal-sized people, my feet are definitely dangling.
Gotcha. Yeah, Wikipedia, where are you posting up in this room?
I'm just still standing by the door. I don't know what's
I'm-
happening yet.
I'm making sure that I am facing the door, by the way.
Gotcha. You can see that Tonka is also facing the door.
My back is to the door.
Getting a good look at Tonka, you see that she is a very sun-kissed dwarf. She's this dark black beard. It's a little scraggly, but it's also braided and more kept than most other beards that you've seen on the depressed guppy. She has long black hair. It's also been braided that goes all the way down her back. And you see now that she's moving a little bit more relaxed, she has two flintlocks tucked into her belt, but covered by her clothing, so they're like more inconspicuous. And you see, like, again, as she's moving a little bit more relaxed, you see like a knife on her like lower calf. You see, like, you start to kind of like notice, like, oh, like this lady is definitely a pirate.
She's strapped.
She is strapped. She looks at the two of you and says, "So, what brings you out to Red Rat Bay?" She's like leaning on her chair.
Oh, we're just kind of poking around. We came from the Sword Coast, and we came out here, and then we had a run-in with the Red Wizards, and they just kind of gave us an errand in exchange for letting us go for the most part. So we're just kind of
deal with the Red Wizards.
A little
What's the
bit.
deal?
I mean, like, you know, they had one of our crew captive. They had like plundered our ship a little bit, and so we went and met with this wizard lady, and then she just asked us to deliver this crate. So we did it. Got to protect the crew, you know.
You can see that she, in D&D terms, makes an insight check against you, as like she is kind of uneased by you cutting a deal with the Red Wizards, but she, like, as you kind of explain it, she goes, "Well, we do what we gotta do not to hang, right? Part of being a pirate, gotta survive before you can make money. Speaking of making money," and she looks at both of you and goes, "Look, I'll give it to you straight. I need help. I don't like to cut strangers in, but splitting gold more ways and all is never fun. But I'm not going to make any gold if I don't have a couple extra hands. Here's the deal. I'll be willing to split the bounty 50-50 if we can pull this job off. 50 to my crew, 50 to you."
Your crew being you and solemn
The rest-
elf dude.
And who?
That elf dude.
What elf, dude?
Was there not a guy standing by the window with his clothes on?
No, that was Tonka.
Oh,
She was
wow.
by the window.
That's me. It's just her. It's just her in this room. It's just the three of
That's
you.
her reflection, actually. There's not two people.
Who's
It's just
that?
like her.
It's a mirror. It's the vanity mirror. That's like. Oh no.
Could've
It's
swore
like
there
the
was
older
another
mirror,
dude.
so it's a little fun house, so it makes her look a little taller. You know that one.
Tonka describes to you how mirrors work, and then
Oh, cool.
yeah, it's just her. It's me and my crew. We don't have a huge ship or anything, but we have a handful of crew. Me
Okay.
and a couple others.
So we got plenty of hands.
We
How big's the job that you need more than your crew?
the issue isn't the job. The problem is that my crew's been here for, like I said, a good bit of time. I'd love to help with the actual job, but the rat guard, the town guard, they call themselves the rat guard. They've been keeping a pretty close eye on us. I don't think we can pull this off with them breathing down our neck. Now, we can distract them. We can get them off your backs very easily. But if I try to pull anything, they're going to come down on me real hard. I'll be at the gallows before sunrise. But if you do this, then, and we keep the rat guard distracted, then everybody wins.
So, first, sorry, I got a question real quick.
Yeah, sure. Shoot.
Do you fly a guild flag?
The octopus?
Yeah.
Aye, yeah, we fly an octopus flag.
Okay, cool. Second question. So it's you have no hands to put towards this job. It's Me and Wikipede here.
Correct. And
And
anyone
then-
else that you have to do the job. I provide you with the knowledge of the job. You
I
do
see.
the job.
And the distraction.
We keep the guards off your back as a distraction, and then we split the money 50-50. Now, I don't tell you the job. We both make
Agree.
no money.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
I don't distract the guards, then we both make no money, and somebody ends up dead.
Yeah, you got my interest peaked. Got any anything to say, Wikipede?
I'm waiting to hear the job.
All right. Here's the deal. Rumors have reached my lovely ears that a ship called the Orrachin is going to dock in port tomorrow night.
Oh, we're familiar
Now-
with that one.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
We are.
You most
We
certainly
are.
are.
We had a bit of an altercation with their previous captain.
Yes, you did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you did. First murder of the campaign. Yeah.
I
That was good. I did not think I was going to remember that. Yes, absolutely.
I dreamed in Orcish or in Goblin for
Goblin.
months, waiting for this moment. Oh,
You are 1,000% right. Yep. You kill it immediately. Clocks Orrachin. We killed their captain. So Tonka goes. The Orrachin is going to dock in port tomorrow night. Aboard this ship is a package that contains contraband at best. To be honest, we haven't been able to learn what's actually in this package, but I have learned that the delivery was sent for by none other than Governor Legume himself. Now, the governor has a town in his pocket, but he still went off the books for this one. Whatever's in this package, it's got to be bad. Bad enough to hide from the rest of the Red Wizards. Now, a smuggler from Hangman's Cove offered to pay a pretty penny for that package. Now, I'd love to intercept this clandestine delivery, but as I said, the guards have been all over us. This is where you come in. Tomorrow night, me and my crew are going to keep the guards clear of the docks. What you got to do is get that package before they deliver it to the governor. Once we get that package, take it and meet me under Morton's Produce before sunrise. If you go in, there's a basement. The basement is completely decked out for smuggling. There's a smuggling shop in Hangman's Cove, and the guy out there runs
yeah, we've
little
met him
shop.
too.
Oh, excellent. I think, if I remember off the top of my head, I believe it's bootleg something. That's what I called it. Maybe
I think it was Bootleg Jim.
bootleg. Yeah. Yes. So you've been out to Hangman's Cove. You guys have been getting
we're
around.
familiar. Yeah, actually, I have an outstanding order with him. I gotta go pick up at some point.
Oh, well. If you want, if we talk to the smuggler, maybe we can have it shipped here. Save you the trip over.
Gotta go back eventually. That's the last place with rum, right?
That is true. That is the last place for rum. Yeah, can't get anything good out here. But we drop the package off at Morton's Produce. I'll haggle for a good price for it. Whatever I get paid, you'll watch him hand me the coin purse. I split it in half. We each take 50-50. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me. And we don't know what this package is at all.
Unfortunately, I do not. I know when it's coming. I know where it is. I don't know what it is.
I mean, what did the smuggler offer for it? I mean, do we have an approximate value? I'm just trying to make sure it's not my shipment that I'm trying to get, and the smuggler's, just trying to get it.
Gotcha.
Because my package isn't that great, I'll be honest.
Tonka says, yeah, I don't know what it is. I do know that the smuggler was asking for 20,000 gold pieces. Split 2 ways, 10,000 each. Pretty good score.
You know, it's decent. You know, we usually go for a little bit larger sums personally, but you know, we're free. We're free. We got nothing going on, so we'll do that. I mean,
tonight. What
yeah.
night was this?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, and then we're meeting by Morton's Produce before sunrise, day after tomorrow.
Correct.
Pay attention, Wikipedia. You might learn something.
Should we talk this over first?
Talk over with who?
Before deciding if this is what we want to do? Is it worth it?
You see
All
Tonka.
I'm saying is can we have a few hours and get an answer back to you tonight?
You see Tonka pulls out one of her flintlocks and just kind of like twirls it in her hand and says, "Look, kid, I'm taking a big risk cutting you in on this. If you don't pull through, we both get nothing. You go to the rat guard, then it's my ass on the line. And I ain't trying to lose out on this job or end up at the
I ain't trying to snitch. I'm just trying to make sure that we can successfully pull off this mission so no one gets hurt and it's successful, or someone's going to get hurt and your ass is going to get caught. If we can't follow through, then you're the one who's going to get in trouble."
Yeah, Miss Tonka. What Wikipedia here is saying is we got our own crew. You know, they got their own plans. As much as we are, you know, a crew, they might got their own stuff going on. She's just saying she would like some time, go talk with our crew, make sure we're not gonna have any conflicting interests.
Give me both of you. Give me a persuasion check. It'll be a persuasion, like kind of with advantage between the two of you.
Mine was a 9.
26.
Your head doesn't work, Kildak.
Ooh,
I didn't even add it.
wow, that's an excellent roll. You see that Tonka is a little worried because, like, she's like, I don't like giving away the plan for people that aren't going to pull through, and then Kildak, you deliver that defense of Wikipedia, and she kind of clenches her jaw for a second, holsters the flintlock, looks at you and gives you a nod, and says, "Fine, get back to me by morning to know if you're in or not." You make a good point. I'd rather not make the score and still be alive than get us all killed and still not get any gold out of it, right?
I mean, who knows? Maybe one of our other crew also already heard of this job, and we wouldn't want to be fighting against each other.
I sure hope he hasn't. I've been keeping this under lock and key. But a good
You
point,
have.
boy.
Has the rest of your crew?
I sure hope so.
It sounds like a good plan, and I'm all for it. I just want to make sure that we can keep our end of the promise before we make a promise.
You see Tonka, like, comes and stands, like, really close to you and says, "I hear what you're saying, kid. Don't blow it." And then is going to kind of look to both of you one more time in case you have anything to say, but then she's going to leave.
Before, like, as she's walking out, how long do you have this room rented for?
I actually didn't rent it. I just walked.
Oh, you just
You're
came in
supposed
here,
to
okay.
rent it, but yeah. I
Okay.
just opened the door. So
Got guts.
you have to as one of us, right?
Are you renting a room here? Like, for the night?
You ask a lot of questions, kid. Yes, I am renting a room in the hotel.
Are you willing to share your room number so we can find you later for an answer?
Meet me in front of Morton's tomorrow morning. And she goes to leave. I do like this quest of just like going to every door and being like, knock, knock, knock. Are you Tonka?
Are you?
Are you there's hundreds of rooms, and just go to each one.
Is Tonka there?
Tonka there?
Does anyone know where the pirate is?
The pirate. Oh no. Excellent. With that, we'll cut back outside. Tawny, either you've been making out with this guy for a really long time, or you have found something else. I'm not gonna make you roll for anything. How does Tawny push this night to go?
Is Tawny in a room next to Wikipedia and I?
Oh no.
Okay. After once the music started playing again, she would have taken R to the dance floor. But she's not really vibing with his personality. So instead, she's going to look for a girl that seems more like sultry, like that's like less talking, more just vibes than like, here's my whole life story. I live on a farm with my parents. That's not what she's looking for right now. And so as she's dancing, if she finds someone that maybe gives off more what she's looking for, she's just gonna switch and start dancing with someone else.
Gotcha. You swap with R gets kind of left behind as you end up dancing with the people.
Bye, R.
Yeah, eventually, it's not too hard to find. There's enough people here that you're able to find somebody that is down for what playing the same game that you are.
And then she's gonna go with, yeah. She had no plans of going back into the room with Wikipedia. That's why she was like, "Go give the key to Wikipedia." But stays out late.
Yeah, you and this girl go back into town, kind of going through the streets, back to her spot in the residential area, and yeah, you're there for as long as you were like to be.
Honey had a mission, and it was to get laid.
Honey had a goal. Tawny has a beautiful night on a tropical island. What could you ask for? Beautiful night sounds too clean.
Personal?
No, it was an eventful night. Tawny has an eventful night on a tropical. Kildek and Wikipedia. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Is there somewhere that sells like a little souvenir? Like on a snow globe or a t-shirt?
Yeah.
It's
snow
like a
globe
little...
of this tropical island.
Yeah.
I would say that would be in the shops, but the shops are not open right now.
There's not.
It's late at night.
The canteen.
It's a party.
The Hopital does not have its own gift shop.
That's lame. I wanted the Hopital gift.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, I guess then I'm done.
There's no freaking gift shop. I guess I'll go to freaking bed.
So Wikipedia. It looks like Tawny's. Looks like Tawny's not coming back. I guess she's busy.
If it's not crazy late, you could probably see her on the dance floor, like almost like moving around people until she finds like the right person.
You definitely
she stays pretty
Tawny
late.
Oh, we see Tawny?
Yeah.
Okay. Wikipedia. Do we talk to Tawny, or do we just like agree under the assumption that she's okay with it? She's clearly not making her own plans beyond what happens tonight.
That's why I suggested that we wait, because I didn't know if we should ask Tawny or not. I was going to ask you that. I feel like we should ask Tawny, but she's also very busy right now. Getting busy.
I don't need to interrupt her right now.
Do we have time in the morning to catch her?
Honestly, with the supposed, interest and value, I can't imagine why she'd say no.
I guess so, but I mean, yeah. Are we gonna include like? Are we bringing our crew in on it? Like, are we bringing Marcus along? Is it just me and you going on the other ship? Like,
I think we
what are we
should like
doing?
bring Tawny.
Just
but
as
I
a
don't-
home mission without her knowing.
Well, if she doesn't come back in the morning, she's not here. If she goes out again,
Kildak and Wikipedia side quest.
that's what I'm worried about.
I mean, she's got to come back eventually, right? She can't just avoid us the entire time we're on this island. You got to see her at
could.
some point to kind of fill her in.
Okay, as long as you don't think that she'll be mad that we're doing it, and she has to come.
If she's mad, I'll take the fall.
Perfect. That's
She's
all I need
already
to hear.
pissed at me, so yeah. And I know y'all have just mended your relationship. I saw the way she was dancing on you, so.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck it up again.
Oh, I get that. Just don't plant any flowers next to endangered indigenous peoples.
Planting flowers.
I
can't get into
but
this again. I can't get into this again. I can't do it again, Kildak.
It's fine. It's fine. We won't talk about it. Well, it looks like you have a room to yourself. It's 2 twin beds. If you want, you can like drag them together, I guess, and make one big bed. That'd be cool. Like a fort.
I was thinking about that.
That'd be
Big
cool.
bed
Or
would
you
be
could
fun.
or you could take a blanket and like put it across the top, and you could sleep on the floor, like underneath, kind of like a tent, like you're sleeping outside, like we always do, you know, except on the inside. Kind of also like how we usually do. You know what? Do whatever you want.
Do you want to do that, Kildak? Do you
No,
want the
no, it's okay.
bed so you can make
No.
a tent
You can,
and sleep on the floor
you can have it. It's
instead of in a
okay.
nice comfy bed? I'll take the king size bed in the other room if you
I don't
want
think it's
the
a king.
twin.
I think they're both twins. I think they're just 3 twins. No, it's okay. You enjoy it. It's my treat.
Oh, thanks, Kildak. I wasn't gonna pay you anyway for it.
I determined now I wasn't gonna make the ship financing pay for it.
All right,
Oh.
I'm gonna head into my room.
Yeah. I'll see you in the morning, and then we'll go talk to Tonka.
Good night, buddy.
Good night.
Does our rooms have like their own bathrooms? And
Sure.
follow-up question, does it have a bathtub in it? Because I kind of want to take a bath because Wiggity hasn't cleaned in a long time.
Here's what I'm gonna say. You guys go to your rooms. Your rooms were side by side. You get to your rooms. As you say goodnight and go in. Kildak, you reach into your pocket to take the key out, and you know the key that they gave you to the room. Like you know what key they gave you. In the pocket that you put it in, there are 10 gold pieces that were definitely not there before. And there is a different key with like a big red heart on it for the honeymoon suite. Granted, you know for a fact that you were not given like you got 2 regular keys when you given it, and so that is in your pocket. Wikipedia, when you go to open the door and you go and grab the key that Kildak gave you, you reach into the pocket and there are 4 other keys in your pocket along with the key that you had. Like you just have 4 other people's room keys.
Hey, Wikipedia. Is something wrong with your key?
Can I try all 4 keys to get into my room?
One of them works. One of them was the original one.
Okay. So I have 3 extra keys.
4 extra keys.
Yeah, 4 extra keys.
I have 5 keys.
You have 5 keys total. You find 1 goes to your room and 1 goes to Kildak's room. And then there are 3 mystery keys. but they are identical to the other key. Like they're definitely Hopital keys.
How many are on my person?
5. You have your key. You also have Kildek's key and 3 mystery keys.
So
Kildek is a key that was not given to him.
oh, he doesn't have he can't get into his room.
He
I can't get in.
his room.
I only. Wikipedia.
Yes, Kildak.
Good night.
Do we have like adjoining rooms? Like, can I get in like access to the next
Yeah.
room?
Sure. Yeah. You actually have access. Yeah, you have access to that room.
You have access to all the rooms.
all 3 beds. I would like to take the single bed and try and push it through the door into the double bedroom. So there are 3 beds in one room.
There's a long scene of Wikipedia pushing a bed through this door.
And I can
but yeah, you-
absolutely hear like wood screeching
Yes.
against
Oh, yeah.
wood.
Okay.
Oh,
You-
yeah, it's loud.
You get it eventually.
Awesome. And then I'm going to close and lock the adjoining door and then go back out into the hallway and be like, you still can't get into your room, Kildak.
It's been like 15 minutes. Like
I've
for-
been standing there just listening to her move this bed. No, I was trying to tell
You
you,
don't know we moved the bed.
I got an upgraded like key. Like I got the nice room.
Did you find it?
I didn't go.
Well, let's go look for it. Does it have a number on it? Does
It
it have
has
a
a-
number on the key?
It has a heart. Find a heart-shaped door.
Yeah, but there are hundreds of rooms here.
there
It's probably
is-
at the top.
Yeah.
All the nice
It's-
ones are at the top.
Yeah, it doesn't take you guys too long. There's only a handful of honeymoon suites. Before
I
you
do
find,
not tell Wikipedia it's the honeymoon suite. I just said it has a heart.
Well, you go into it, and the bed is just like this huge, like king size bed in the shape of a heart. So
Wow,
lots of
Kildak.
pillows, a frilly blanket,
Yes, you found your room.
rose petals on the
What are
floor.
you eating in here, Kildak?
It is also empty. Like there was
Look
nobody.
at me to the honeymoon suite.
As you're like standing in the doorway, like somebody like walks behind you and goes, "Oh, congratulations!" And like just keeps. Walking.
Yeah, we found it. Thank you.
Found it.
So
I
here's
also
a-
have all these other keys, and I dump all of the keys like in front of him.
There is a
Where
really
did those
nice bath.
come
There's like a
from?
built-in bath in the honeymoon suite. Like it is. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt your key dropping.
Why do you have so many keys?
I found them.
Okay. Do we just
They
like,
were
break
given to
into
me?
all these people's rooms? Okay.
I think that's what we should do.
Yeah, let's go do that, and then we'll figure out where we're sleeping later.
Yes. So wait, you real quick. You mentioned that this room had a nice bathroom.
Oh
Does my room with the 3 beds have a bathroom at all?
It has like a toilet, whatever the medieval equivalent of a toilet is.
But no tub.
A hole.
The
Mhm.
the honeymoon suite definitely has like a nice bath.
All right, let's go try all these keys.
Yeah.
You try the keys. One of the rooms has like somebody's like bags moved into there, and
Is
but
there anything
nobody
nice
in
in
it.
the bags?
I was gonna say,
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're in this place. What's in their
We're rummaging.
bags?
we're not
which-
making a mess. We're cleanly rummaging.
Some
You
might
find-
say we're pirating,
Some might say you
plundering.
find 30 gold pieces in the bags, and I need each of you to roll a D100.
Wickby, I'll just hold all of this. Hold on to
Yeah.
all of this for now, and we'll split it later. Okay?
You're just taking their bags.
No, they're money.
So out of
okay.
a D100, I rolled a 3.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
I rolled an 83.
Wonderful. Tori, you find like a It's like a little jewelry box. It has some jewelry in it. Not really worth much, but it is like a box full of jewelry. And like in the lid, there's a like signed drawing of some sorcerer named Jim Dark Magic.
That sounds like
Okay. Put it in my jacket.
And Killick, you got an 83.
Mm-hmm.
You find out of one of these bags, there's like like really small, almost like a succulent, this little potted plant, but instead of growing leaves, it grows hair. It's just this like little hairy plant.
Ew. Ew, Gildak, don't take that.
Look at this. Who would travel
Ew.
with this? Like, this is gross.
The hair doesn't like droop over. It's kind of poofy, and like as you do it, like it just kind of waves.
Is it like a chia pet? Like a sea anemone?
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Yeah,
That's a
This is
travel
gross.
necessity.
yeah. It's a little hairy plant.
Does this look like anything of value to you?
No.
Okay. Is there like where is the toilet in this room?
Yeah, it's in the back.
I'm doing them a service.
We're getting rid of this. Yeah, there you go. You drop this person's hairy plant into the toilet. I have to have
Why
something
you
else.
put it like that?
Yeah, there you go. One hairy plant gone.
What's in the next room?
You creak open the next room.
Terrible.
The next room has another two separate twins. There are two people sleeping in there. There is
Okay, Wikipedia, this is a really good time to learn how to be quiet.
Okay.
There's a human and a half orc. The half orc is snoring fairly loud. But I mean, there are two people in this room.
Stealth
What do they
check.
have?
Give me a stealth check. You do not want below a 10.
Stealth. My stealth has to be high. Oh, it's not as high as I thought it would be. 19.
Oh,
Cool.
16.
You both creep in, and you're kind of rummage through their stuff a little bit. You each find 45 gold pieces
Each?
from each of their bag. Yeah, so each of you find 45 gold pieces, and then roll me another D100 or something random.
How have we determined that, like, the 0 on a D10 works?
That will add 10. So if you roll
Okay.
a 40 and a 0, that's a 50.
So a
That's how we're
90.
gonna do it. 90. Okay. Kilda, you pull out a little like piece of amber with a
Mosquito.
really tiny, like a mosquito size.
Na-na-na-na.
Like it's like an elk, but mosquito sized, frozen in amber.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
it's cute.
That I will hold
And-
on to.
What did Wikipedia roll?
A 14. Rolling low here. Rolling low for 100.
I mean, might as well do it here rather than the 20.
You find oh no. Okay.
Give it to me.
I
Ready.
did not do this. You rolled this. You
I did.
find this like very small it's like almost like a purse. But it's what's like a little like handbag, like
Clutch?
what's it called? A clutch, yes. This is a small purse, but like a clutch. You find like a small clutch, and it kind of rattles with something in it. And when you open it, it just starts screaming. Just let me out! Ah! And like you open this up, the two people in the bed, they start to freak. Like they don't know what's going on. They're like absolutely bumbling. The blankets are getting kicked off. Like they're one tumbles out of bed and slams really hard into the floor. What are the two of you doing?
Under the bed.
Under the bed. Okay, the room, just so you know, you're absolutely good to get on the bed.
You're not
The
gonna
room-
fit under a twin-size bed.
The room.
Look at me! What's there to not fit?
The room is. Oh, that's not it. Like, at most, like 20 feet by 20 feet. Like you are within 10 feet from the door. You're welcome to go under the bed. I'm just letting you know, like the door is right there.
My instinct would be to just drop it and run out and just leave it screaming.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just go.
You see both of you scramble out of this room. They're like, they were woken up from their sleep. So like they do not even see you as you're coming up. Actually, give me athletics or stealth checks. Your goal is for them not to see your face, as like they're trying to push up the blankets, like they're trying to just get in a position where they can't get stabbed. Like they have no idea what's going on.
18 athletics.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, both of you. Yeah, you both just whip out of the room. Wikipedia, yours is quiet. Like you drop it, it's still screaming, and then like you're around the corner. Kildek, you just like leap over the bed. And you're going for just raw speed to get out of the room. You leave the room in an absolute commotion. It kind of, you can hear people in the other adjacent rooms like start to stir as all that's going on.
From the room that we're in now, what's closer, the honeymoon suite or our original room?
Probably the honeymoon suite.
All right, then I'm booking it to the honeymoon suite and closing the door behind us, assuming Kildek's following me.
Yep.
I think we're done for the night. I think
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a good score.
No. Yeah. You did good. That was sheer dumb luck.
I think we're done. Okay. Who's staying here? Or are we staying here? This is a mysterious room that we don't own. Should we stay here?
Oh, I didn't.
This
even
is the
think
nicer
of
room.
that. This is so much nicer. I didn't even think about not staying.
At first, I just assumed that we were gonna stay here, but after all of that fiasco, like, none of these keys are ours. Someone owns this room, or could potentially own this room.
And I don't know about you,
Usually
but
you
like there
have-
was also.
Sorry, you have the key to it, so like if somebody tries to get it, like they can't.
Well, we also
Well,
had
I'm
the
sure
key to the
Jess has
other
other
rooms.
copies.
Yeah, like the other people who were just in that room that we just broke into
Yeah.
also probably had a key. Anyways, I don't know about you. There was also gold with my key. Like someone literally is paying me to come to this room.
I wasn't given any gold.
No? Oh.
No. I was just given a mass amount of random keys.
That's I mean that's basically better than gold. Look
Yeah.
at all the gold we found
That was pretty
and
fun.
the
It was pretty
things
fun.
that we left behind that we found.
Well, I guess since you were given the key for this room, then I think it's only fair that you stay in this room. And I'm gonna head back downstairs to my suite. Or you can come downstairs with me and go back to your room.
Not to sound presumptuous or anything, but we're small, and this is a big bed. If you'd like, we can like draw a line and just both stay on the comfy bed, and we'll just put like a chair in front of the door or something.
Okay.
Perfect. The two of you enjoy the luxuries of the.
I'm still taking a bath. Just letting you know, Kildek.
Yeah.
I'm using bath.
Okay, enjoy. I mean,
You.
I assume there's a door to the bath.
I don't know. Most honeymoon suites don't.
That's a good point.
Oh.
Most honeymoon suites, the bathtub is in the room with the bed.
Oh.
Wikipedia takes off her coat and Kildek's like,
Yeah, I am taking a bath. Enjoy your half the bed.
I'll turn around.
Good night.
Good night.
That's fine. I've got nothing to hide, Kildek. It's fine.
Everybody gets your long rest. Wikipedia and Kildek are in the honeymoon suite. Tawny, you are at this girl's house. In canon, you do not know her name. Like, you have not gotten that far. That was not an important detail. She does not know your name, and you do not know hers.
it went from like dancing to like, do you want to get out of here? To like, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, names were not an important in what was going on. But everybody falls asleep, and Wikipedia, you, as you begin to dream, are touched with a oddly vivid dream on this night. You find yourself, as sleep takes you, back in your hometown, back in Airmore. You find yourself standing outside by the beehives, but there are no bees in the beehives. The sky is gray and cloudy, and you can feel the wind is blowing past you towards the center of town. You kind of feel almost like physically pushed by the wind as you're moved into town, and as you move, the houses are a blur. You remember where they are, but they don't really like look crisp. They're just kind of blurry as you move by, and you get to the center of town, and you see your friends, your family, your cousins, and your siblings are all standing huddled in a circle, some of them hushed whispers, looking over something in town square. Where does Wikipedia move her consciousness?
I guess kind of away from the people.
Okay.
Out of the crowds of people.
Mm-hmm.
And around to go see what they're looking for.
You push around the crowd, and as you kind of creep on the outskirts of these people, you can see that they are standing over a small wooden headstone that has been carved from wood, and they are lowering a coffin into a grave. Oddly, right in the middle of town, but it's a dream. It's not weird that it's not happening in the graveyard. You just in town square, they are lowering something. They are lowering a coffin into the into a grave.
If I step forward, do people see me?
Nobody acknowledges that you're there.
And so I'll move forward to see who's being buried.
You creep to the grave, and as you peek over the crest of it, you are met for a split second. As you look into this open coffin, you see your own body lying in the coffin, but it's not what you look like now. It's what you looked like when you left home. Full head of red hair, still in your farmer's clothes. Still mud on your boots, sun hat on your head. And then as you blink, it blurs, and when you look back, it's not you, but a stuffed scarecrow wearing your clothes. Still your farming clothes, still your sun hat, still your boots, but it's like a stuffed version of you.
Are people talking?
There are hushed whispers. You can kind of look around. It's hard in the dream to see people and to recognize faces, but you hear the sound of your parents crying. You hear the sound of your sisters and your brothers, in hushed whispers talking to their children. And as you look back at the stuffed scarecrow in the coffin, it is you feel it more than you see it, but dirt is pushed onto this open coffin as they just begin to fill town square back, and rapidly it is buried, and the ground is flat again, is smooth, and the only thing that shows that there was a body there is the headstone that is still planted in town square.
When I first look at the blurs of faces of my parents and my sisters, my heart beats really fast, and I get very anxious being there. But after seeing the grave be filled, I feel more relief, and I'm glad that they're getting closure.
As that motion washes over, your family just kind of as they kind of begin to move away, they just kind of get wisped into the background of the dream, and you're suddenly standing on the road outside of Airmore that leads into the forest. And this was the last path that you took while you were there when you left the party that night. And you feel the wind blowing you towards the forest.
Has everyone already left the
Yeah,
center?
Everyone is gone. You turn around and look back at the center of town, and everyone is gone.
And everything looks normal in town?
Yes. That's the best that you could see in your dream.
I will revisit my path and continue back down my path.
You once again stroll down the path. However, when you go deep into the forest and you find that tree that you found the dagger in, the first time you found it, you remember it was very dark at night, and the hole in the tree, remember, looked like a mouth, almost like a face with a gaping mouth. And as you come to this tree, this time the tree is gargantuan. It's 5 feet, 10 feet across. It is massive, and the gaping mouth isn't the size of your hand. It is taller than a building. It is this huge gaping mouth on this massive tree that leads into what looks to be like a dark cavern. And you feel the wind almost rushing past you now into this tree.
This is bizarre. I keep going.
You push deeper into the tree, and as you come out of this short cave, you are in a dark forest with thin rays of moonlight creeping through the trees. You can see that there are strange plants flowering on the ground, things that you've never seen before. For the first time, you start to hear insects chirping. You see fireflies in between the trees and the ferns, and you can hear birds whistling in the distance as you make your way through this dark forest, coming to the mouth of a cave that looks like it has been rent open by thorny vines that have creeped in from the sides and look like it pulled the rocks apart to open up this cave. As Wikipede is in this space, where is she?
I definitely felt more anxious and bad when I was in the center of town, and when I'm out here I definitely feel more lighthearted and free, and like I can breathe out here in the forest, and so I'm not intimidated by the thorns, and I just gently make my way through them.
You move through, and as you enter this cave, you can see it's dimly lit by mushrooms that are shedding like that faint blue and green lights as you move into the cave. It's dim, but it's enough to see as you make your way until the cave opens up to fresh air, to the sky. But there is a stone bridge that looks, it's hard to tell if it's been carved or just part of the rock. Both sides fall away, and you can see water that's been trickling in the cave falls off. And although it's just this little trickle of water, it sounds like a waterfall as it careens off and falls down into like a smoky abyss below. This bridge is only like 10-15 feet, but it leads to a like pillared hall, almost like a Pantheon-esque. And you can see this is like beautifully carven pillars with this like exquisitely made roof with carvings of animals and plants and stories all over it. Between these pillars is the forest, but they are almost completely choked by briars and knotted trees to the point where you couldn't, aside from this bridge, you couldn't move in or out between the pillars. This is a little secluded area by the forest.
Am I still in Airmore?
You do not feel like...
Yeah.
Dorothy is not in Kansas anymore.
No.
Do you cross the bridge?
I'm here. What else am I supposed to do in this space but keep going?
You keep going. Wikipede strides across the bridge. You see that this pillared hall is lit by 6 hanging lanterns, each with these dim red lights, and all of them accompanied by a handful of fluttering moths that move around. At the rear of the hall, cracking through the ground and again smashing through the roof, is a hulk of a tree. The tree is knotted and gnarled, but the trunk has rotted away to give the shape of a tall, oppressive throne. The throne in the back of it, of the headpiece, has a huge black diamond embedded into the wood, and the base of the tree where the roots have pushed to the ground have what looks to be carvings of hundreds of creatures, people, beasts, wailing in pain as they hold the weight of this throne on their shoulders. What does Wikipede do as she's in this space with the throne?
I think I'm examining all of the carvings that are along the walls and down like the floors and around the throne, and just kind of taking in the stories of all of the carvings that are there and just kind of reading the space.
Sure. As you go around, you notice that all of the briars between the pillars are blooming with black roses. And as you make your way around and come back to the center, in front of the throne, a drip of water starts to drip from the ceiling, and unnaturally fast is forming a puddle on the ground. And as you stand in the space, the birds begin to sing a different song, and as they sing and they tweet and they hum, they almost like as they're layered on top of each other, it sounds like a voice singing deep in the forest. And as this voice comes together, you hear these words: by two they come, by one they leave, both sides of the same petal. No room for both among the trees, so in turn they tried their mettle. Triumphant winner, victor one is, their throne amidst the trees. But the guilt still carried will never drown, way down beneath the seas. And as the song finishes, you look into the puddle, and reflected is the throne, but there is instead of a black diamond, a different, like, aquamarine gem embedded in the throne, but in the reflection of the throne in the water. What does Wikipedia do?
I think I go to touch the puddle, but before I do, I stop myself.
Mhm.
And then I think I make my way over to the throne that's already in this room and start to examine the throne here and start to run my fingers along the base of it with the carvings on it and the arms of the chair, and then make my way up to the diamond to examine.
You touch the throne, and as you touch the throne, although it should be incredibly intimidating, as you're touching the throne, you can feel your skin turning to bark, but for some reason it just doesn't bother you in the dream, and you feel yourself turning into wood as you touch it more and more, and you make your way up and you reach for that black diamond. And just before you touch it, you hear a splash of water, like you've been dropped into the tub, and you can actually see water is rapidly displaced from the tub as it splashes, and you are awake in the dead of the night, back in the honeymoon suite. Give me a perception check.
$22.
As you splash back into the tub, you look around and you notice two very important things. One, your fingertips, from like the tip to the base of your fingernail, have turned completely black. And
Is it bark or just in color?
it is in color. Like, they look like they're stained with ink. And the second thing you notice is you hear the slightest clink, and you look over, and on the side of the tub there are 4 gold coins that have been laid like neatly on the side of the tub. On a, what was your perception? 24?
22.
22. On a 22 perception, you spot, despite it being so dark, something very small, maybe an inch, 2 inches tall, moving faster than most eyes could see. It's just a blur of motion, zips across the floor, up the side of the windowsill, and then shoots out the window.
Can I try and throw one of the coins at it before it gets out the window?
Yeah, give me like an attack, dexterity. Give me sleight of hand, acrobatics, something like that. Sleight of hand would probably be best.
Just roll.
Just roll the dice.
11.
11. You flick the coin across the room, and as it clinks against the like near the windowsill, this thing, as it's zipping up the windowsill, stops for a split second, and you see it is a incredibly like a tiny person, completely blue skin. It has a little leaf wrapped around its waist as like a little skirt. It has like a bandolier made from a fern. It's got a little green cap with a like some sort of leaf cap on it. Again, completely blue face, big dark ears, and is like an inch tall. Looks over at you, and then shoots out of the window.
Does my butt hurt from falling into the tub?
No,
Does it feel like I fell into the tub?
no.
I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna put some clothes on, and I'm gonna go curl up into bed next to Kildek and probably scooch up closer to him past the line that he has drawn in the bed. And just kind of pull the blankets up. Okay. Time for bed.
Oh,
I don't want to go to sleep in the tub ever again.
poor Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, you cuddle up in bed. It takes you a little bit to doze off to sleep. As you fall asleep in bed with Kildek. When you say it like that.
I am curled up just next to Kildek.
We're gonna move to Kildek's unconsciousness. Because on this night, Kildek, you also
I also had a
have a strangely vivid dream.
Something's in the rat juice.
Something's in the rat juice.
Something's in the air in Red Rat Bay. You find yourself on the depressed guppy, place you know very well. It's a bright, sunny day. It is. The crew is working hard. They're moving about. And as you kind of go to the deck to inspect things, I need you to make a perception check.
I'm already perceiving.
Yeah, you're perceiving things.
Well, maybe not.
Oh no.
14.
14. You notice two very important things. One, you see that the crew is moving around you. You feel like they're people that you know and you recognize. They all have very, like, non-descriptive clothes, like very, like, mundane, like, generic pirate clothes on. And although you can, like, crisply see them, they have, like, smooth faces. There are no face. It's all skin. There's nothing on there. And they are just moving about, silently doing work on the guppy. And it's not like a dream where, like, people are blurry. Like, you can see them. There are no faces.
Oh, that's gross.
You also, despite them not saying anything, you can hear the faintest of voices. It sounds muffled, it sounds far away, but it seems to be coming from off of the ship.
Can I tell, like, a direction off the ship?
Yeah, starboard side.
Like, in the water or, like, out?
You can check.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the starboard rail.
You're into starboard.
Look down, look around, try and find someone voicing.
You look down, and you see beneath this crystal clear water is a beautiful, vibrant coral reef. There are hundreds of life forms down here. You see schools of fish, you see crabs, you see octopus, you see a whole manner of sea life swimming between the anemones and the coral and the beautiful parts of the reef. There is one section of coral directly beside the boat. It kind of opens up to about a 10 foot by 10 foot cavern that goes deeper to where the light doesn't quite touch it, and it's a dark cave, but even from here you can see that there's a point deep down that is like shining. It's catching the light, and you can hear there's a muffled voice coming from whatever is in this cave.
Okay. I'm gonna take off my ring of water walking.
Sure.
Whether magic works in dreams or not, I don't know. But that's definitely coming off.
I respect Kildek's his thoroughness.
And then definitely diving off.
Cool.
I'm
You
not very good at swimming, having one arm. But we'll figure it out.
you dive in. When you hit the water, a lot of things change.
Oh, cool. Never mind.
As soon as you're underwater, the sun is not up anymore. It is dark. It is nighttime. You're still in the reef, but it is clearly like swimming underwater at night. You also realize as you make your first stroke into the water, you have both arms and both eyes. The
Oh.
the cavern is a little bit larger than you remember seeing it from the surface. That point that was shining is definitely shining brighter and a little bit larger. And you can hear the voice clearly this time. And this is what you hear. By two they come, by one they leave, both sides of the same petal. No room for both among the trees, so in turn they tried their mettle. Vanquished, banished, betrayed one is. Deep abyss they are restrained. They lie in wait beneath the waves to claim their dark domain. What does Kildak do as he hits the water, gets accustomed to his new extremities, and can hear the voice? And the voice just keeps repeating this.
Kodak's not the smartest guy. He likes to think he is. He's definitely going to continue swimming towards the bright, shiny object as the not-so-intelligent person he is. Wow, mulling over this riddle song.
You swim deeper into the water. Finally, you find this point of light. You reach out. As you go to cup it, you snap awake, but you're awake on the guppy again. In your bed on the guppy. Can you give me a perception check?
What is that? Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
You sit up. You currently have detect magic permanently, always going. You have detect thoughts at will, whenever you want. You have a plethora of water, swimming, breathing, walking, all that abilities innately. You can just feel the magic coursing through your body. You move to the mirror in your room. One side of your body is the same. The arm that you're missing is a full tentacle, like a octopus tentacle coming out of your arm. The eye that you're missing is now 3 eyes, not eyeball, you don't have a pupil. It's just a single colored eye, but 3 of them down the side of your face. And as you look into the mirror, you make direct eye contact with yourself. You wake back up again in the honeymoon suite. As you wake up, with that nat 20, you can add detect magic to Kildak's spell list, and I can help you do that logistically. But Kildak can now cast detect magic, and you also notice Wikipede is in the bed next to you, and the bed is completely soaked with water.
Aw.
Water?
It is absolutely waterlogged.
Oh, come on, kill that.
Wikipede is still asleep, but yeah, the bed is it's like it's not even like somebody like wet the bed. It's like submerged, absolutely soaked through with water.
But there's no water
I
in like
knew
the
bed
room.
got wet.
There's no water in the room. I mean, there's water like dripping out of the bed because it is soaked. But you're
Part of
right.
me
You
wants
can
to
see
get out of the bed because it's wet, but like at the same time, where would I go?
you can see that the
We have
very
all of these keys.
the very first rays of sun have just creeped through the window. Like the sun just came over the horizon.
Okay, I guess I'll get out of bed. Like, I'm not gonna go back to sleep. And I'm gonna wake Tori up, or Wikipede. I'm gonna wake Wikipede up. Yeah.
We'll resolve this.
Why is the bed
And
wet, Gildak?
I'm gonna assume you didn't dry off after your bath.
The bed is just so wet, and you're like, this little halfling somehow soaks this bed. Yeah.
Oh.
We move across town to our final party member, who, although is not affected by the same ailments these other two are, is still under the same influence of what has given these two dreams. And so as Tawny falls asleep and slips into her dreams, she is brought back to more vivid memories. Your dream starts, Tawny, with a image. You're peering into a dark room. The curtains have been pulled shut. There's a desk with papers and ink and books strewn about. There's a bed, unmade, unkept, and sitting in a chair facing away from you is a tall, stoic figure, so enshrouded by darkness that it's hard to see their face, only their silhouette. As you look at this silhouette of this stoic woman, the door to this room is immediately slammed shut. As it is, you realize now that you've gotten accustomed to looking at doors above the doorknob. And you see the doorknob is above you. And you are a toddler, maybe 6 or 7 at the oldest. And you look up, and your father has the door closed shut, is looking down on you, and says, "Young Tana, what is the meaning of this sneaking about?" And he scoops you up in one of his arms and levels you in with his face and goes, "What are you doing snooping about this kingdom?"
It's my kingdom.
It's not your kingdom, honey. It's everyone's kingdom. You can make a point that it's maybe
mine.
our kingdom, but we're here to serve everybody. And you know that best, my little warrior Drook. What were you trying to find in Croesus's chambers? I know that you look up to her because she was the last warrior Drook to come home. But what do you expect to find from her, honey? You know she stays in here all the time. She's not gonna just come chat with you.
She might. I'm fun to talk to.
I don't know if anyone says you're fun to talk to. I kid. You're very fun to talk to. You know you're my favorite to talk to. Don't tell your sister. She would be so angry. But your sister's so stately, and you, like me, have that fight in them, that fire in your eyes. You didn't answer my question, though. What were you doing snooping around in Croesus's room?
I just wanted to know.
He sits you down and kind of squats in front. He goes, you didn't hear stories at school about your second cousins, did you? Is that what this is about?
I should know.
Look, we don't talk about it very much because it's not a good thing. It's not something that people like to talk about, and it's scary. But if I tell you the truth, you have to be responsible with it. Can you do that, Tana? The truth is that your cousin, your second cousin, look, something wasn't right. We don't know why, but he was angry. You let that anger get the best of him. And he killed his sisters, both of them. I know. And then he left. He couldn't face justice. He couldn't stand what he did. And remember, I told you how important it is to face our consequences of our actions. Well, he didn't. He left. He turned into his dragon form, and he flew down to the material plane. And I can only imagine with somebody with that much anger, doesn't turn back to a person anymore. And without our beautiful crystals, and you see your father goes and he takes off a piece of a crystal, just literally just breaks it off a piece of a wall. It's my castle, I can do it. And hands you a little piece of the crystal. But without our crystal, we can't control our emotions in well. We can't control our change. And so I imagine that your cousin's out in the world still as a dragon. Hopefully not causing as much harm as he's caused our family.
I'll wrap my little fingers around it and lean in and be like, will I meet him?
I sure hope not, honey. You don't need to meet anyone with that much anger or hate or disregard for the betterment of their other druid. But enough of that. We have a feast to go to, and I believe your sister is picking out the main course. And you and I both know that she picks the worst meals every time. And so we have to get down there immediately, or else she's going to pick, I don't know, some last time she picked, boiled boar. Do you like boiled boar, honey?
No.
No, nobody likes boiled boar. We must stop this immediately. And he picks you up and he carries you away. And as you're moving,
wiggle out of his arms to switch into a dragon and try to take off down the hall.
You turn dragon. You take off flying down the hall. This little baby dragon swoops down the hall, and as you push out into the sunlit kingdom of Drukul, you're immediately brought to a second memory. As you kind of swoop around the kingdom, you find yourself back at the front gates, and there's a line of guards standing in front of you. Your mentor is beside you, drowning on about his ceremonial speech of what you will do when you take up the mantle of Warrior Druk, and you're back at your coronation ceremony as the Warrior Druk. And as you look out and you remember, the words are blurred, but you remember hearing the chants. You remember putting your fist up in the air. As your fist goes up in the air and the kingdom is rallied and begins to cheer, you look up onto the wall and you see fists in the air cheering as loud, if not louder than everybody else, is a beautiful beautiful Druk. Blonde hair flows over her shoulders, shorter than most, but beautiful big eyes. Basically, Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, what more could somebody ask for? And you see, as you look and you make eye contact with Ren, who you know very well, the distance between you and her is blurred in the dream, and you feel almost temporary pull back to an earlier memory of that same day. You're in your bed chambers, the windows are open, the breeze is blowing through. You feel Ren pull herself on top of you and is looking down on you, hair falling over your face. And she caresses your face and says, I know you're not much for talk and all action, but you know this is goodbye, right?
Don't say goodbye. That's such a... no fun.
Well, I'm not going to see you again. I have to see as much as you as I can right now.
Let's do the scene part then. And I'll lean forward and try to be kissing her again.
You kiss her, and she, after a long kiss, pushes you back onto the bed and says, as much as get all the seeing that you can, because this is the last time we're going to really see each other, right? I mean, you're going to be down there for 30 years. And don't get me wrong, I understand the whole Warrior Druk thing. I get it, and I love what it's done. And she touches your muscles and feels the parts of you that have clearly been toned as a warrior.
Flex a little.
And goes, but you're going to be down on the material plane for twice as long as we've been alive now. You're going to be a different person when you come back. And I'm going to be a different person when you come back.
You're not allowed to change.
Everybody changes, Tony. And as she pulls you in for another kiss, you're pulled back to the ceremony, fist still up, and you scan the crowd again, find Ren once more, but now standing next to Ren is Esme, who a complicated relationship with Ren. Esme is standing shoulder to shoulder with Ren, her fist in the air, but she's not looking at you. She is looking directly at Ren. And you feel yourself pulled back to your bedroom, and this time you're on top of Ren. Ren is laying her hair splayed across the pillows, and she goes, what are you going to do when you come back, Tony?
Find you and see you, and I'll lean forward and start kissing across her jaw.
As you're kissing her, she goes,
plan.
But I know how much you love this Warrior Druk thing, and that's what you train for every day, and that's what you talk about all the time. If we're not going on our dates, or even if we are going on our dates, heck, I can still see you're thinking about it right now. But what are you gonna do when you're not the warrior Drook anymore? Like when your Aunt Phelan comes back, she's not the warrior Drook anymore. She's just
still the warrior Droog. She's just
she's
active.
Yeah, but
warrior
she's not doing it anymore. She doesn't need to train anymore. There's no more fighting. That's your job. And when you come back, then your sister's kids are gonna be the warrior Droog. You know? So what
Yeah,
are we
but-
gonna do?
We'll figure it out.
If I had a gold piece for every time you said we'll figure it out, and she pulls you in for one more kiss, and you're once again back in the ceremony, scan the wall one more time. As your hand comes down, and everyone's hands come down, you see Esme's hand falls onto Ren's shoulder, and she pulls Ren in for a kiss. And just as their lips touch, you feel yourself falling off of the side of the castle once more. That was important. Hello. Well, Tawny, what is Tawny's mind at as she falls? In the feeling of it is physically controlled, like she feels herself falling away, but watching Esme kiss Ren, it feels emotionally less controlled as you fall off the side of these beautiful floating kingdom of Drukgyul. Yeah, where's Tawny's head at in this dream?
It's so much harder to separate the reliving these moments when they're going back to back to back like this. And Tawny likes to compartmentalize and just separate things out. And what she saw with Ren and Esme versus what she was feeling earlier that day with Ren versus what she was feeling when she actually fell back into the air after her coronation, as she was entering the material plane, are all so many different extremes and highs, and it just kind of like tangles within herself, and she can just feel like a love and peace mixing with like the bitter tang of anger and jealousy, and then like the coating of like just like this like glorious high of her destiny. And as it fights and mingles and it's awkward, and she doesn't like feeling so many things at once, the glory of being the warrior Droog and getting her destiny, Tawny's one and only true love, top of everything, just overpowers.
As the emotion bubbles through, it comes to a culmination as you land on the stone peak of the Gray Peaks, and as you land, it goes from that like hazy dream to being incredibly crisp. You feel like you can feel, you can smell, you can see like so much distinctly more in this moment. And you're once again staring at your aunt, reaching out in front of you, hole in her chest, blood and gore spewing out almost in slow motion in front of her. As this is happening, give me a perception check, if you will. Actually, perception or investigation, your choice.
Dirty 20 for perception.
Ooh. you notice a couple things. A couple things strike you as you're in this incredibly crisp memory. You look at your aunt, and despite the trauma, despite you seeing it for the first time, you buried your aunt. You were with her for a while, but it didn't click until now. As you're looking at her, she looks back at you. You recognize her as your aunt because you've seen beautiful paintings and portraits of her in the castle, in the dining hall, in throughout the kingdom. You've seen her in books. You've seen drawings of her, but all those drawings of her are before she left. Some of them of the day of her coronation, where she is 19. As you look at her, you realize that you recognize her as your aunt because she is 19. And you realize that she is as old as the day that she landed on the material plane. Coming to this realization, what analysis is Tawny doing? What is Tawny thinking as this goes by?
It's just she was so caught up in the death and the gore the first time, and didn't even pause to consider what it meant that Fallon died the moment she entered the material plane, and just a sort of rage comes over at this because she feels stupid for not recognizing it before. She feels furious that not only was her aunt murdered, but to Tawny, being the warrior Drook is everything. And that means her aunt didn't even get to experience that. And then as she's feeling this flood of rage and hurt and reliving this and mourning a person she never met, she never knew, it kind of simmers to the fact that there's something deeply wrong with this. Not just in the fact that obviously something wrong happened and the scepter was stolen and her aunt was murdered, but she can't help thinking back to that first scene of the dream with her great aunt, and who returned and was shut in and they weren't allowed to speak to, and all of this messy drama was surrounded by, and she never got to use her great aunt as the mentor she wanted. And if Fallon died at 19, what happened there? And she just lets out a roar over the loss of her aunt and the loss of this information.
Oh, for sure. The other thing that you notice on a Dirty 20, you come to the realization that I think you put more eloquently, but boiled down, is not only did Fallon not get to experience the joy of being a warrior Drook, but the world has been without a warrior Drook for 30 years. The warrior Drook has a very important job to play as its protector, and the things that the warrior Drook protects against have not had a check in 30 years. And that's something that you didn't consider before. Another thing, well, the last thing that you notice is less pleasant to notice. But your dream shifts one more time. And you are still on the peak of the Great Peaks. You're still on this platform. but you feel your body move by itself. You feel your fist move with extreme force, with practice, with efficiency, and punch through the chest of Fallon. You feel her on your arm. Your clawed fist rips out the other side. You see your claws, your fingers, your hand, your forearm covered in blood, and you look over, and Fallon is on your person as you punched. You were the one who was punched through her chest. The blood begins to come out and slow down as you remember it. And as this horrifying thing happens, you look at Fallon and you realize again, caught up in the horror of it the first time, that as physically fit and as trained of a warrior she was, there was not a single sign of struggle on Fallon's body. There were no cuts, there were no scrapes, there wasn't, the rocks weren't beat up, there was the only sign of injury was the hole in her chest that is caused by, in this moment, your clawed hand. And as you feel, again, not your body moving, rips the claw out, you awake with a start in the bed of somebody whose name you don't know. But the sun has risen. It's probably no later than like 7:30, 8 a.m. Like, it's not like you've been sleeping in, but it's not like at the cusp of dawn. And you look over at the girl in the bed. She looks very different, but she has the same blonde hair that Ren has.
I just sit there.
And with that, we'll end tonight's session. Tune in next time to see what Red Rat Bay holds for our crew. Will our pirates take up their this newfound job from Tonka Pick, a fellow pirate? Will they find a place for this stupid bird? And
I think right about the bird.
I kind of did too.
And will
We had other
they
things going on.
get one step closer to finding the lock, the piece of Captain Emerald's puzzle hidden away on Red Rat Bay? So make sure you guys like and subscribe to our videos and our channel. And until we meet again over another round at the Four Rings Inn.
Woo!
Bye.